Hey there, Silver-Tongued Devil here, and in this stream we're going to be looking at the awesome Hellsweepers. I've started the introduction upside down because we're planning on doing quite a bit of upside down and acrobatics in this stream. So for those of you who are a little bit faint of heart to this, I do apologise. Keep watching, it won't be like this all the way through. Woo! Landed it. Nailed it! Oh, almost didn't nail it. Get back up. So, what is this game? Hellsweepers is a roguelike game first and foremost. Basically, disseminating it down to its purest what it is, you go into various arenas and you fight the enemies and then get various rewards. Each time you die, you lose all your progress, so it has that permadeath roguelike element. There is a leveling up system which unlocks different things and various bits and pieces and bits and stuff and extra weapons and so on. You've got your training area so you can figure out all the magic and hand-to-hand combat weaponry and ranged weaponry and other things as well. This game is trying to do a lot. Now, the only gripe that I have about this game, other than this broom, is that the graphics are, I don't know quite what it is. The models of the enemies look quite good, but I think it's just everything around you looks a bit basic. Now, the more I have played this game, the more forgiving it's become, because I've always been a gameplay over graphics guy. Now, I can't say that if I don't actually then play a game to its fullest that is very much gameplay. I don't think it was intended to be over graphics. Anyway, so let's show you how the game works. Now, I've got lots and lots and lots of different bits and pieces unlocked, and we will get into all of that soon. But we're going to work with gun, magic, and this I've just unlocked, which is basically, if you've seen those toy Hulk gloves, we've got the ability to do that as well. The bow is not so great in this, but we'll have a look at that later. The melee weapons are a bit of a strange one. I haven't found myself particularly effective with them, but you could be. But we'll have a look at that later. So these are all the things that I've unlocked so far, and these are things that could potentially show up in the game as we play. You can narrow the list of what is going to show up down. Because I've got lots unlocked, that's exactly what I want to do. So I want all the different kinds of magic shown up, because some of them are good, some of them are great, some of them are amazing when you combine them. So, combining magic when? Very soon. We're not going to mess around with the boost side of things. Just going to play it in normal for now because, yeah, Veteran kicked my ass earlier.
What do you reckon? Try a new strategy or play it
Well,
safe?
we're always going to play it safe, stupid little bug thing. Someone needs... I didn't get a chance to do it before I had the stream, but that sounds awfully familiar, that voice. And it sounds like the trader from Resident Evil 4. I know a lot of games and a lot of things use the same voice actors and various bits and pieces. I mean, you know, English Londoner sort of voice, so...
The lands entwine, twist, and
sounds like it to me.
Souls traverse its borders. Be they
You cannot eat the bug. The bug is your friend. The bug is here to help you and to talk about things and tell you things. But you can summon it,
the objective
and
lies
you can
ahead.
chuck it around the place.
Not
You can also, well, I'll show you some things that you can do with the bug later on as well. I found that you could fire it from the bow, which was fucking hilarious. But anyway. So, yeah, witty commentary bug indeed. So, this is the start of our run. So, we're in, like, I don't know, Chinese equivalent of purgatory, I think this is, or another kind of purgatory, but it is purgatory. Not the purgatory that we know from IDU, a much nastier one. We are going to select a bunch of power-ups. This one you get to take for free. This one, at the moment, we get to take for free as well, and I think it's because levitation is quite a power that you need within the game, but you can turn it off if you are having problems with it, or you can unequip it rather. And then we're going to take our blessing. Now, one of the things I do like about this, blessings can kind of dictate how you are going to play the game. I know lots of different ways to play this. Based on this is how we will play. So, arrogance? Me? No. So we've got two. We've got Reaver, increased damage by 20% and reduced damage taken by 15% when wielding a weapon with both hands. I don't do a lot of two-handing at the moment, so this isn't very good for me. There is a shotgun coming up soon. Steady Von. Arrogance, though, gain 120 maximum mana. Mana regenerates 25% more slowly. Yep, that's me. Now, I always like to take... You get to pick 2 of the 4 of the 6 that we... So 4 are randomly generated of the 6 that we were given. We're going to take guns, and you choose where you put them, what gesture you will do. So I've put this on the outside, which means that I can gesture grip and out, and then I've got my guns ready to go. You can play with the guns one-handed, which boosts their power. You also have the ability to manually load the gun, which then powers up its state. There's 2 ways that you can do that as well. That one's not quite so good because there's an ability that does the same, that needs the same gesture. You can reach over your back for bullets as well. But like something that I discovered or found out today, you can throw these. Oh, you can throw these. Try with my right hand because I'm much better on my right hand with it. It's not going to do it now. You can throw them and they home in. And they do quite a lot of damage. And they're actually pretty good as well. So, anyway, that's that. We conjure everything that we do. And that's all based on a mana bar that you'll see here and here. Now, I do very much appreciate and like Emperor Palpatine from Star Wars. We will be living out that fantasy later on. However, for now, we're going to go more of an Anakin. Well, yeah, in the lava Anakin. But we're going to go with fire magic because I find fire magic incredibly powerful. Now, there are other games. Von knows which game I'm talking about. What's it called? Wizards Dark Brotherhood is supposed to be getting a cooperative, and that's all about gesture-based magic. This has already got it, and it works very well. So we have just got the ability to now hoff fireballs at things. And the thing that I like about this as well is like little things like, so hang on, if I had a fireball and a gun, and I mushed the 2 together, would I get a fire gun? Yes, I would. It is complicated as much as you want it to be, Onyx. So you can disseminate it down to its purest form, which is just flipping around the place, killing things. That's all it is. There's a lot of complexity to it, but we're missing games like this. Hello, Sean. We're missing games with this level of complexity that are very cool to play. Hey, and look, right? I make a living. Well, living's a strong word. I have a YouTube channel based on disseminating information from complex games to the masses to help out. So, it's my kind of game. So, we're going to start, because our fireballs aren't particularly great, we're going to start with pistols. Now, my first tip is these totems. But yeah, the more you play, the less complex it becomes, but then you find new things and it gets a little bit more complex and it just keeps on going. But it's the thing is, there's games out there that are ridiculously complex and not worth your time. This is not one of them. This is complex, but not that bad. It is worth your time. First tip that I will give you. These totems, if you get the ability to, shoot them before you step into the arena. The reason being is because sometimes these will get given a skull, or they get changed into an enemy totem. And they actually do you quite a lot of fucking damage. I've been killed by them before, because you think, totem, no problem. And then one spawns in behind you with a skull. I'll show you what it looks like later, but it's worthwhile doing. We also have keys that are dropped by those totems, and we need those for chests, and chests give us various upgrades. That one's just cash. One of the tips that another tip that I have as well is, if you have, there can be a maximum of 2 chests in a level. The easiest way to find out if there is more than 1 chest is if there are still keys on the level. Once you have opened 1 chest, then that means there's another. So I know that there is definitely a chest. It's probably at the back there. And let's take the information that we had, because apparently these keys are color coded, and the higher rarity you get, because I don't know what the color code is yet, so I've tried multiple keys of the same kind. Anyway, right, let's actually play the game, shall we? Yeah, so let's do some gunplay. Just trying to grab things. So as far as this one is concerned, we just need to kill enemies. Now, can play this normally, but you don't want to see that. You want to see this. Right? Everybody wants to see me upside down shooting things. And then little cartwheel maybe. And whilst this is all going on, it ups Sapphire, right, okay. Yeah, see, I wouldn't have put Jade at the top. But whilst this is all going on, you can just, hello Ray, you can just play this normally. You can just have it as a runner, shooting, gunning kind of game with a little bit of jumping. You can also do slides as well, which is quite cool if you duck as you land from a jump. So that's awesome. There's our other chest. It's only a 1-lock one, so it won't be a very good reward. I mean, I've played, if anyone has played, and I keep on pronouncing it wrong because it's been a while, if anyone has played Sairento, I think that's correct. Sairento? Yeah. If anyone has played Sairento, which I played a fair amount of, you will be right at home here. This is actually, I don't know, it's probably on par with Sairento as far as graphics is concerned. I don't know, I think Sairento might be a little bit better. I appreciate the palette and the various bits and pieces of Sairento. This is cool and everything, but I don't know, I'm a big fan of Syndicate, and that very much had that Syndicate vibe. So we're saying that that's Sapphire then, are we? So that one's top boy at the moment. That's Sapphire 2. So someone turn the lights on in here. That's gold. What we're looking for here is the highest rarity key. That's gold. Well, it might even be bronze. Highest rarity key. But I don't think I've got any jade ones. No. So these ones are one up from gold, I assume. Is that correct? I mean, they look like steel to me, but let's assume that... Oh, there's one. There's a jade one. Hey! So we're saying that's top boy. Cool. Oh, good. What a great reward. More money. And backflip. So you get 2 jumps within the game when you're in the air. The big thing that I found, I think it helps out with leveling up, but the big thing that I found with this game is style is key. There is a maximum amount of style that you can put into a level, which I'll explain a little bit later, and the rewards actually cap out. I think there is a sound effect associated with that cap out. So, oh, look, I've got somebody's foot there. And there's a lot of things that you can do within this game as far as, you know, we have the power of levitation. There is also the ability to pull enemies apart, which I didn't know about until today. So we're going to have a look at that later as well. That should be a lot of fun. Right, so we have the ability. So it's one of these where you now get to pick your poison and which way you want to go. We are going to need levitation potentially at some point, but for now we'll do some vault magic because we want to be leveling that up. I like to put my vault magic on up. And now we have lightning. We've got the ability to fire a shot which sucks everything into it. We also have the ability to just throw it like normal. But couldn't you combine fire with lightning? Well, we can't yet, but we will be able to very soon. That is the... Hello, Weebs. So we've got the ability of flamethrower from our hands as well with the fire magic side of things. And once we get leveled up a little bit, this gets silly. It just really does get silly. Yep. Laser's pretty good. I prefer... Can't remember what they call it in this now. Fire and smoke. Can't remember. Sunder? Possibly? What I'll do is at this point as well, I'll demonstrate not destroying all of these. Just so that you can see. Bear in mind these little boosts that I'm doing in the air. Really good, and you need to actually turn it on in the menus to be able to get that whilst you're jumping. You can, but your style score, there's a maximum amount of rewards available. So, and I think when you get the maximum, a sound plays, which is an excellent design choice. But we're gonna find out about that today. Let's get loaded up. Summoning things costs mana. Jumping doesn't cost mana. Flipping doesn't cost mana. But reloading and resummoning does. I've had the problem where my guns weren't reloading whilst I was upside down on my third jump, because there's a skill that you can get to do that. And they weren't reloading. I didn't realise mana is needed to reload. So, got to be aware of that. So we've got another elimination side of things, and as is going to be the style at the moment until we get a couple of things unlocked, we're going to be attempting a lot of what we're doing upside down for style points, because style points ultimately gives you more rewards. You don't have to do this. I can get more style points standing still in this game with a certain way of playing it, or a certain thing, but we'll see that soon. Now, none of these has actually turned into the totem that I was hoping to show off, but let's get our keys. So we're saying that's Jade. Okay. You'll like what's coming, Von. You'll like what's coming. Let's see if we can get another Jade one. No. You've also got wall runs as well, which don't consume mana. And I think you actually charge your mana up whilst you're wall running, which is very useful for me. And basically, the thing that I love about this game is anything that you can do standing, you can do upside down. And I don't know, just add something to it for me. Where's that chest? There's that chest. Damage booster. Right, that's cool. No new weaponry and no upgrades to our existing weaponry, but a damage boost is a very good one. Right. Now we can see that that key, the other key that we had in our hand, has disappeared. We know that there are no more chests on this level. In addition, I'm fine, mate. I think this one's $21.99 Onyx, and humble opinions coming in right now. I genuinely, for the amount of content and what's in it at the moment, this one's had my attention for quite some time, and I really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. So, and I would imagine, because I remember the amount of additional content that was added to Sairento when they brought that out. So if the devs continue along that trend, we are in for an absolute treat. And it's got co-op as well. So, but it's not working out quite as good. But as I said, you don't have to play this upside down all the time. It just gets you extra style points. So the other thing that I was going to say as well is, if you are shooting, again, so this is more on the tips and tricks for people who are playing at the moment. If you are shooting things like this and they're no longer dropping keys, that means you have got all the chests on the level. That is definitely something that you need to be aware of, because if you are making sure you're getting all of the chests, you can become very fucking powerful in this game. This game is not, it's another one of those games where it's not easy. It's like Light Brigade. This game is not easy, but you can get silly amounts of power. Like, here's an ability that I have. I have the ability to levitate the gun, but I can also shoot the gun. And then if I have multiple guns, I've recently got the ability to levitate multiple objects. So, and you can actually be surprisingly accurate controlling those things. So, but I'm hoping to show off a little bit more advanced stuff than just waving some guns around in the air. Now, we don't need it. I'd like to show that off as an alternate way to do the boss. Let us get this though. So we now have alternate fire. Now this is something that I like. As you upgrade the weapons, they get different properties. So at the moment, fire gun, normal shot. Gangster's ricochet. Outside does the same. We also now have the ability to, if we two-hand the gun, we now fire homing shots. So there's so much, and that's one weapon, and they're all like this. Oh, you want to play it this way? Oh, do this. Oh, you want to play it that way? Oh, do this. Would you like to play like this? Well, do this. And that's, like, most weapons do that. There's such a variety of style and games and ways to play. Like, you know, do we want this gun with lightning powers? Yeah, let's have this gun with lightning on it. And then that has, like, the lightning modifier, does additional damage, stuns enemies, electrocutes others. And yeah, it's just silly. It just gets silly. Absolutely silly. And then, you know, we can fucking get the animations right. So that's now fully powered and with spark shot as well. It's just, it gets silly. It gets really silly. And I love it. Any game where you can break it through its own rules is good. And the further you get through the leveling up system, the easier it becomes. So, but also, you know, being able to play the game reasonably well. So these are the levels that Grizzon is talking about. And we're going to... we haven't really got the weaponry. Basically, the more style points you get, the more cash you get. And the more cash you get, the more you can do at the... Oh, come on. The more cash you get, the more you can do in the shops. Oh, that's why. 2 seconds. I haven't got my caster on. It's usually quite responsive. There we go. There we go. Right, so again, we're going to destroy what we can from here. I'll try and show it off, actually. Here's one. That.
All the totems.
They do a lot of damage to you if you're quite close by. And they can do it quite quickly. And you don't realise it's happening until you're getting slammed by it. There are other things as well. These things shoot at you. They do damage also. Cheeky little mares. Right, let's get 2 of these down. No, that's not. That's the that sound effect that just played. I think that's a totem has been destroyed, not what I thought it was. Anyway, let's earn some style points, shall we? Reload and cartwheel. Oh, I didn't get the cartwheel off. Come on. Come on now, let's get some fireball on there. So what we're going to try and do here is harvest a little bit of style. I'm going to do that mainly upside down. Don't worry, as soon as I get decent magic, I'll show you another way. But for now, this is how we harvest style. You can see there's multipliers on everything as well. Now, I think it's based on timing, but it's also based on how quickly you're doing things. Hello! See if we can pull somebody apart. I was practicing that earlier, and it was very cool. Don't know if we can do it on these enemies. See that Nadachi that he just dropped? Yeah, we can have that. Is it gonna let me? No. Looks like we can only do it on weak enemies. Or different enemies. There's certain enemies can be pulled apart, basically. Ooh, that was the wrong way. You can make them home later on. Right, let's get this. Couple more flips and then we'll get this over with. Because gotta make use of the opportunities whilst they're there, right? Hey there, how you doing? Now, I'm reasonably well versed in this, but even I find times where I get a little bit unsteady on my feet, so I haven't fallen over yet, but there's still time. There is still time. Bam, 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 bam. It's that little sword you got there for me, is it, fella? Hello. Here's a little sword he's got for me there. Yeah, we'll take that. I love this game. I don't know if it comes across or not. I really love this game. Just because of the cool stuff that you can do, and the thing that I like about it is you don't need to be that proficient. You do need to have some decent VR legs, but you don't need to be that proficient with the game to be able to pull all of this shit off. The controls are, as Von said earlier, very intuitive. Right, that'll probably do us. So we were basically harvesting skill points there. The beetle, when I'm using guns, always tells me off about not reloading properly. I don't know why. It gets very annoying. Right. And so this is the game loop. Go to an area, beat the arena. It asks you to do various different things as well. And then find the keys and put them in the chests. Now, I do wonder how much of a difference the better keys make. Because I'm not seeing a lot. If anything, I'm not seeing anything better at the moment. So maybe it's a higher level thing. Now we have got garbage tier keys. Okay, so we're saying that's a mithril key or what have you. So let's have a look. So style points. If you can get your style points up to 30,000, you will get the maximum amount of rewards. Anything more than 30,000 is a waste. Say that again. Tells me off. Oh yeah, constantly telling me off for the reloading thing. It's like, motherfucker, I'm the one doing. Tell me off for the reloading thing. Yeah. Buck thinks it's so bloody smart. So yeah, constantly tells me off for the reloading thing, even though I'm doing what I think is a pretty bang up job. So now we will be going through the first boss as well, and the second boss I've kind of learned how to deal with him today, and then the last boss is just not too difficult. Right, so what we saying then? Bronze, ugh. Bronze, ugh. Gold, okay, and these two then. Yeah, exactly right. Although we can summon him on demand. That needs to go there. Where is it? That? Yeah, there he is. Hello.
I'm not cut out for
I
this.
know. Well, stop fucking telling me off about reloading then, eh? These are also killable whilst you are playing an additional... No, you don't need it. I think it's, I mean, I don't know what it is at higher levels, but I know at 30k it maxes out. The maximum rewards on normal, haven't checked out anything yet. Oh, tyre. The maximum rewards are 2,250 gold and then 75 souls, I think the bottom one is supposed to be, but they both look like gold. If you ask me, they could have done a much better job with the icon for souls. So, but yeah, it's just it's a reasonably simple game for the most part. Being able to do that though, and grab you can grab most of the enemy's weapons, whether they actually drop them or whether, you know, they don't drop them. I can beat an enemy to death with its own fucking arm. You know, that's what you want. There is collision as well, and I think well, not very great collision with these. There is collision though, and I think it's needed in VR games because it just means more faffing, doesn't it? Things get caught on things, funny things happen. You can also do a lot of throwing of various bits and bobs, and that can be very effective as well. We should have the ability to call rock? No, not yet. Soon. We've just got the ability now to punch blast. So we've got the ability to do that, which pushes things away, and that, which knocks things away. And it's literally hold trigger, forward from chest to forward, or from chest to down for the downward one. I don't use it very much. I'm pointing it out because I know Von probably uses it quite a lot. So, I don't put my time and stock into that one. No. I put my time and stock into fire magic. And hopefully, I'll be able to show you why. So, always do punch girl indeed. Always do the ones that are close to you, and then it kind of creates you a bit of a safe space to play in, or at least this is what I do anyway. Always try, I haven't, 2 jades. Always try and pay attention to what mission is coming up so you know what you have to do. I missed it, but it'll
survive for as long
there
as
you go, survive. So this one's usually quite a good one to get the old what did I have it on? Up. No, I can't smush them yet. Yeah, well, we're just going to have to do it the old-fashioned way. Now, look at this. Look at this shit. That thing has almost killed me. It's, to begin with, when I first started playing this game, that probably done me 2 or 3 times before I realised what was going on. We are on very low health at the moment. Thankfully, the game has a Call of Duty style health system, in that you just wait and it comes back. Same as with your mana. Whee! Cartwheel! To jump onto wall, shoot this thing, little wall run, back front flip. Yeah. And you get rewarded for this. This all goes onto your style points. And the more styling you are, the more rewarded you are at the end, to a point. But it isn't infinite, and you don't have to do it infinitely. Now, we want to be cracking on here. We want to be killing as many enemies as we can. You can legitimately play the game as I'm going to do now. Little faff there. Little faff there for the front row. They do manually reload when you do that as well, so it's actually quite good. Because of detection, anything can serve as a hand-to-hand combat thing. There's also an element of auto-aim as far as thrown objects is concerned, which is very satisfying, because then it means you feel like a Jedi throwing objects into people, and they actually hit more often than not. And there you go.
Conjuring a new gun might work, but it's not efficient.
Just stop it about the guns, alright, Bug? You know nothing. Absolutely nothing. I know this game. Alright, little... Just because I had half a battery when I started. The other thing that I need to talk about as well is I've been playing some Dungeons of Eternity. I'm going to be playing it with Beanie tomorrow. It's looking really fucking good. Really fucking good. Like, if you have money for one game, save it for that. Save it for that. It looks to me like I'm not one to get hyped about games and try and like push sales. I have no horse in this race. But Dungeons of Eternity looks like it's hitting its beats, and hitting its beats well. The only criticism... Bug Snow. The only criticism that I have for Dungeons of Eternity at the moment, which I think will change the further it gets into it, is the environments are quite big. As in, like, vaulted roofs. None of it's, like, tight and compact. It's all very big and spacious, and there's not a lot of enemies in there. So, but then the thing is, I've only just started playing it, and I'd imagine things will start ramping up. Okay, let's be Hulk, then, for this one for a little bit. So, I've only just got this one. However, I do kind of know the capabilities of it. I've got to be reminded how to arm it, though. Everyone's there. Yep. Okay, so you can just fight normally, but we haven't got... Right, we need to level up our levitation. But there are basically rocks that you can get in the game. Oh, I didn't pull anybody apart, did I? Gibbed. That's the term. So... yeah, wearing some... But we now have the ability to sock enemies, and it becomes quite powerful, and then as you combo it, your fists then become unblockable. But that's not even the reason why you would pick up that skill. I'll hopefully show you the reason why in a minute. But yeah, Dungeons of Eternity, as I said, I have no horse in that race. I have no reason for anybody to buy it or have a look at it or anything along those lines. But I think it's what we're all looking for, the cooperative... Kinda. It's no In Death Unchained as far as the bow and arrow mechanics, but I think it's the cooperative. Okay. But hang on, you couldn't use... Say that again? Couldn't use my referral because of the pre-order. Yeah, the referral gives you 25% off. My only concern, because the pre-order discount... Yeah, 5,000, so we'll get, about 390. Well, I didn't know that. Hey, there we go. Right, we will do that soon. I want this, because this is basically going to carry us now for the rest of the game. And you'll see why in just a moment. So, yeah, as far as the little code that I've got, if you have any qualms in wanting to get that shiny pre-order armor, then do not use my code. I don't see why it wouldn't work, why you wouldn't be able to use my referral code and get the pre-order, and that way you get 25% off as opposed to, 10% off? And you would still get the pre-order because you have pre-ordered it using a referral code. So... so, okay, then... Right, okay, no, that's fine. So, yeah, you'll have to... Okay, got ya. Thank you very much for that, actually, Chris, and that's, I think I've come across that before. So, yeah, nice one. Right, now we have the ability to smush. We can smush the fireballs together, and we can fly around with a flame shield on, which does damage... Hello, Vega. Which does damage to enemies as you are doing it. Moving around. You then have the ability to pull this apart and release an explosion. Now, that's pretty good, right? That's pretty special. Floating around on a blanket of fire, burning enemies as you go. And it is quite effective, and you can make it more powerful. The other thing that you can do, though, is you can put them together, and you can paint your palms outwards. And this is probably the most powerful attack I've found in the game. Pointing your palm outwards and pressing both triggers fires a massive fireball. That massive fireball, as it travels, spitfires everything, and when it hits an environmental object, it causes a massive explosion. And you can literally just pump these out for days, and as they are traveling, they are hitting enemies constantly, which is then comboing, which then massively increases your style points, and you can basically win the game with this. Not with that, with these. But then the other thing that you can do is, okay, so we've got lightning, but we've also got fireball, so could we... Oh yeah, we could, yeah. And then this has all of its own abilities as well. You note this one's a little bit faster. We've got our Sunder ability going on, where there's whirlwinds and so on. Again, all of them share this quality of pulling out and destroying everything in an AoE. But then this one also has the ability to fire off a tornado, which you then control with your hands. And that just literally chain lightnings into things all sorts of ways. Oh, mate, I've got better than an M14. Although there is an automatic weapon in this. I don't think it's an M14, but hello, Radius, how we doing? I think you'll like this one. This one's very bombastic. So let's crack on. I don't think there was any more keys showing, so we are good to go. It's always worth having a scour around for those totems and destroying them, because they give you currency, and currency, if you can get a shop, makes the world go round. There is also a very powerful ability that you can get on this that gets just ridiculous based on cash. And the more cash you have, the better it gets. There's one that converts the amount of money that you have on your person to shields. Shields are busted in this game. Absolutely busted. So, we've got totems to deal with. We'll kill what we can see so that we don't have to deal with too much. Now, pistols, it's been great. Hello, fireballs.
The totems are like lighthouses.
What we'll do is we'll destroy all of these totems first. See how it's firing Spitfire shots? Or that's what it calls it anyway. It's firing Spitfire shots, and as it is doing this, you are comboing. And so that's all going towards style points. And all I'm doing, gesturing my hands, putting them together, firing both triggers, occasionally doing the wrong one. This is it. This is how you get kind of maximum. And if you want to do it upside down, you can. Wrong ones. Not enough mana. Story of my life. And the combos that you can get doing this just are ridiculous. There are better, but this one is available to you straight from the start. I think this is the first magic you get. And if you can be quick with it and manage your mana well enough, this beats the game. So we'll do this for a little bit just to get our style points up, so you can see how little we're having to do here to get all the style. Wrong ones. That's probably going to destroy the totem now. Better be careful of my life as well, showing off.
You ran out of magic mid-battle. Check that blue bar on your hand.
I was supposed to be tearing things apart, wasn't I? Actually, that's a point. Might be able to tear the little bugs apart. Where, if I was a little bug? If I was a little bug... Possibly. There are other ways around it, I've found. But then that's part and parcel of how the boss works, because there's definitely, you basically have to wait for him to become into his exhausted state. The rest of the time, don't do anything to him. Just wait for him to run around. But I think the shooting of him and trying to deal damage to him is more likely to get him to trigger his exhaustion state, and that's when you wail on him. And those fireballs just make mincemeat of him. Absolute mincemeat. And then, you know, for the disconcerting gentleman that wants to use magic, well, yeah, you can do it all upside down if we can get it going. Come on now. There we go. There you go. Upside down fireball. And then, and you float there as well. Float like a boat. So good. So very good. So anything that you can do in this game, you can do it whilst backflipping, you can do it whilst side somersaulting, you can do it whilst front flipping, and it's just silly. Absolutely silly. Like this as well, the ability to use your levitation powers because you're lazy. You know, I know like these puzzles are obviously beyond indie VR, but on this channel, you know, we can add some style to it. Now that's a silver key. We don't want that one. We can add some style to it, and we can kind of guide the keys in with our levitational abilities. That was more like what Indy would do. Is that gold? Bronze looks very similar to gold. That's silver. My kind of key. These do not look any higher reward. Maybe I'm getting more gold and stuff because of it. So, blast. So, one of the things you haven't seen yet is we get random elements added to our whatever it is that you are, you know, upgrading. Increased damage, increased knockback, reduced mana. When you put multiple of these on, if you put specific orders, not specific orders, but have specific numbers of them on, you can then fuse them together, because we've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 like areas to fill these things in, and you can fill them up quite fast, but you can start comboing them for specialer and bigger effects. We don't really use this one much, so we'll just reduce the casting cost. This, now we have passage to a shop, which that's not too bad a timing. I'd like to have more gold before we go, but that'll have to do. That's something that I haven't tried either. And I assume you would be able to. Come on now. Come on now. Ooh, Nadachi. I need to do more with the hand-to-hand combat. I'm very much the range fighter at the moment. Let's see if we can... And... Oh. I reckon you could. Yeah. No, can't float on that. But hey, we got magic for that, right?
What's your strategy?
So 19,000, that should be about 150. Oh, 1,500 rather. We've got that already. We need this. Now this is actually really helpful for the first boss. You don't need it. I'll show you another way to do the first boss without that. But now that we've leveled that up, not only do we have the... Ooh, that's not good. Oh, don't have crashed. No! I've literally had no crashes on this game. Oh, yeah, that's definitely a crash. Oh, right, 2 seconds. I've had no crashes on this game so far. So maybe this one is pushing things as far as the PICO is concerned. I don't think my game will be saved. We'll probably be starting again, but I can go through that very fast. Just do less explaining and more killing. Fast. But we might be lucky. I doubt it, though. I think you can save your run after a boss, but I don't think it does anything between... That's actually less talky, more acty. Exactly. Not between stages, I don't think. You can...
Endless demons.
Let's have a look. I don't think so. Oh. Yeah, it does then. That's awesome. I didn't even realise that. I know you can finish your run. Oh, that's good then. I know you can finish your run and save it between bosses. So yeah, that's good. There you go.
Partway there, Hellsweeper.
Does leave it open to exploitation, unfortunately, but you know. Right, we'll just have to do that bit again, so that's not too bad. We do need those style points though, so we are going to be fireballing.
The totem summoned demons to the field. Find and destroy them all.
So, if anybody has played Dark Brotherhood, because that is a fine example of gesture-based magic, and this just seems to take it a little bit further. Quite a lot further, actually, and it's very, very cool. Brotherhood is actually supposed to be getting its cooperative quite soon as well. that wouldn't be the first time I've said that. It's not the first time I've heard it either, which is unfortunate. Maybe they're pulling their finger out now that Dungeons of Eternity is around the corner, potentially. But that game, whew, that game is looking good. Only criticism I have of it at the moment, other than being a bit cavernous and a little bit lacking, is yeah, the only other one is that the bow in it does the thing that we don't like. Yeah, yeah, that's... I thought it was just bosses that it does that, but that's quite good. Even that ability is quite powerful, but the only problem is that's electricity fused with fire. The problem is you can't fire it and forget it. You have to stand still to use that ability, which makes it not quite as good. See if we can shine these guys on? Yeah, why not? A little bit of an upside down fireball, I think. Come on now. Come on. Come on. There we go. Oh, missed. It went the right way. Come on. Come on. Never like summoning stuff whilst you're upside down, but that should get us some decent styling points. Because it likes it when you play this game upside down, it really does. The combo is the important part though, so you don't need to do that. But yeah, the bow in... hang on, Dark Times is already out. Brotherhood's already out, isn't it? So is it a new game? They said that they were putting cooperative into the game, the existing game. That's very cheeky of them, if that's the case. Because I've already got Brotherhood, or Dark Brotherhood, or whichever one it is. I've already got the second Wizards game, and they said... Good, good, good. Bonus. Isn't it just? Isn't it just? I still forgot to pull things apart. Like these mannequins just come apart in loads of pieces. Ah, okay. Got ya. Got ya. This is the one that I said you could play. You would lose a little bit from the game though, because of the fact that you wouldn't be able to do this if you have sticky grip on. That was something that me and Von were talking about earlier. So, but that's the least of your problems. The fact that you wouldn't be able to do that is probably a good thing. So, it just means that you can't let go of things by accident. So, but yeah, cardinal sin on Dungeons of Eternity has been broken in that the bow is grip to pull arrow. I am trying to tell them. I really am, but they're pretty busy at the moment because they're just getting the game out. Ooh, another emerald one. That will do us nicely then, if that's how it works. Maybe. I mean, you always get a lot of gold from these ones. So we're going to go for... I just leveled this up, so we do need this one. But we'll go a longer infusions. And burning explodes when it ends, dealing 200% damage. Exploding enemies is very fucking detrimental to your health in this, so we'll go for longer infusions again. And we'll also increase the amount of tornadoes. Haze magic, that's what it is. Or should we just increase its damage? Yeah, no, let's increase the number of tornadoes we get round us. So now, when we combined our lightning with our fire, we have more tornadoes flying around, as you can see. Doesn't do anything for this. And controlling it with your hands is very cool. So, anyway, right, on.
Quite a selection, eh?
That, you could see there, 2,250 and 75. That is the maximum. We do need pistols, but You know what we got now? Unlimited power! It's so good. It's actually really weak, but the combos that you can get off of this, if you've got a lot of mana, mean that your style points go through the roof. So these devs are obviously big fans of Emperor Palpatine and Raiden also. But yeah, now we've got that up to the next level. Ah, come on now. Why does it keep on giving me the fireball? Let's put that up. This one's a little bit faster, and you can also see that we've got these lightning god descends effects going on around us, and enemies will get hit by these as we're flying around before you give them the raz of the lightning. And you can do these separately as well, so that you can target different enemies. Create the void. That one creates the void. But that's a so we've got the ability to throw those, and then they can chain lightning, and then that one creates the void that sucks everything in. You can also, yeah, there's some things I can show you with that as well. So you can use that to like completely bombard an enemy with stuff. Now, hopefully, this boss will have no problems whatsoever. So, things to understand. Now, one of the things you'll want to do on this is you can use your concussion ability, can't remember what it's called, blast wave or what have you. You can use that to get shields down. I haven't tried it on the boss, we'll have to try that. What you're supposed to do is throw objects into him. I don't know if a cardboard box will cut it, but you're supposed to throw objects into him whilst he has his shield up to get his shield down, to then be able to wail on him. Now, I don't think a lot of these items are going to cut it in regards to, you know, being able to be thrown at them. So normally we would have the ability to levitate and pull rock out of the earth and throw that at him to down his shields. But we haven't got that, and you might get to this stage and not have it, because I kind of needed it to begin with, but there's another way. We're going to try the concussive blast, see if that downs his shields. So you can see he's normal at the moment. And now he's got his shield up. Let's try... Okay, so we can use concussive blast to down his shield. That makes him even easier. Come on. But the way that the game says that you can do it, and again, this is actually... Oh dear. We're very low on health here. You can, but you can also do something else. If we can get our guns... Come on, guns. If you concentrate all your fire on his arms, they fall off. You can then use his arms to throw back at him, which I thought was very cool. We'll try and get one of them off. Because his arms are outside of his shield. Come on. I haven't got a great class for doing anything other than magic at the moment, hence why we're taking a lot of damage and going down quite quick. Can't remember what arm we were on now. I think it was that one. There we go. Arm off. Lovely. And now we'll take that arm and throw it back at him. Oh, he dodged! Anyway, so, there we have it. You can... You can tear his arms off, or at least hit them off. It's because I'm doing it too fast and it's supposed to be in slow motion. You can shoot his arms off, and once you've shot his arms off, you can throw them back at him to reduce his shield. But as Von said, you can just as easily, if you can kill them close enough, destroy minions nearby. Let's use this. Damn. Damn. Uh-oh. Trouble. Ah! I shouldn't have been dicking around. So, as I said, you can die very easily in this game. Very easily. But yeah, what we should have done is just concussive waved him and just repeatedly fireball him, and he goes down very, very quickly. So that would be a run. So that's our little warm-up. That's our little practice. But as I said, on the bosses, on all of the bosses, you don't really get... Shut up. Isn't it? Sound like Von. On each of the bosses, you can go down very quickly. In any level, you can go down very quickly. What this does allow me to show off, though, is what Grism was saying to us about on the last stream that we did, was that you can go into all of your weapons as you use them. They increase in level up. You then spend the currency to rank them up, which then gives you new options to upgrade them with as you play. And as you can see, there's loads. There's quite a lot on just the pistol. And then you've got a load of other ones on the axe, and then a load of other ones on the sword and the bow, and on fire magic, and on frost magic, and on lightning magic, and it just goes on and on and on. And there is so much within this game. It's getting to the point of being silly as it happens. So charge magic I really like. You can go very fast. So the one thing that you do have to do, though, is when you get them fully ranked up, you need to have the currency to rank them up before you can get them any higher. So you do want to try and keep on top of this, which, because I haven't been completing it, I've only completed it 2 or 3 times so far. So I haven't had a lot of currency. Plus things are starting to get quite high in level. So not only does it increase damage, durability, doesn't increase mag size, or I don't think it does, and the reduces mana cost, but it also adds these extra things that you can do in the forge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It might also... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It looks like different ones have different amounts of slots then. Okay. Cool. So, this is the other combination of magic that I like as well. Lightning. This is more of a fun one than anything else. I don't think it's incredibly effective, but again, some things are. So, we've got your lightning and your ice, which then combine together, and we can fly now. And this can actually go really, really fast, and it's very, very cool. So, we'll try with the same bits and pieces. I will do it a little bit different because I haven't shown all of this off yet. We weren't supposed to die then. That was legit death. But again, as I said, it's not an easy game. Not an easy game by any stretch of the imagination, especially when you start dicking about on the boss. The easiest way to defeat him is to be able to get your own things to throw at him instead of relying on other bits and pieces across the level. So there's 5% damage. That we need to get at least 1 level up on next time. We also didn't put anything into guns as well, which is why it took ages to take his arm off. That arrogance is good, but the 25%... I don't know yet, Onyx, because I've got the Into the Radius ones to finish off. Then I'm probably going to be doing them for Dungeons of Eternity. So I'm going to be a very busy boy already. And we've got the Quest 3 coming soon as well. Oh, I almost had you. Got the Quest 3 coming through soon as well, which kind of then gives a little bit of a new lease of life to all of my old Quest 2 games that I now need to go back and have a look at and see if they are indeed any better or perform better. One of them will be Sairento, because I think that'll look really good on the Quest 3, having now got into this. So I actually understand what they were trying to do on Sairento a lot more now that I've played this one. Come on. Come on now. There we go.
whatever you do, just
Those ones. Look at them. They will absolutely eat you for breakfast. Especially early doors. Oh yeah. You, sir. Oh, you're not... Can I not do it on you then? I was doing this in the tutorial earlier. Let me get some others weak. Famous last words of dicking about this is... No? Oh, I have probably because I haven't got levitation up high enough yet. Nobody puts baby in the corner. Bam, bam.
Slow you down in battle. Remember to reload.
Just
properly.
shut up, bug. Alright, I don't need to hear it. I know how the guns work in this game. I'm doing it right. I did get the 512 version. Just because I'm lazy. Oh, that's good. I don't know about the Hearthstone thing. I thought that was quite a good thing, but as I did say to the devs that, like, you know, we've got so many. I think we were talking about this last time, actually. Got so many healing items in that game now that I don't think we need the hearts to do it as well. Another emerald one? No.
What's your pleasure?
So yeah, as you can see, my rewards, both of them, were absolutely shocking then. 5% damage increase. Yeah, we should take those because they are quite good. They just improve everything because you can't always get what you want. Like the song says. Is that gold or is that bronze? Let's say it's gold. That looks like silver. Hey, there we go. There's some fire. I always try and make a point of putting the same ones on the same thing so that I know which way the gestures are done. But yeah, I got the I got the 256. Did I say 256? I got the 512 model because then I can download all of my games and not have to keep on uninstalling them and then realizing that I don't have them when I want to stream them. My internet is fast enough, but I don't want to have to bother re-downloading stuff. I'm lazy like that. Right, so we've got another key. Yeah, not the first one though, just the second one. So it looks like I am going to be playing that regardless of what I've, you know, whether it's good or bad. It'll get a look because it's free. I don't know. I'm hoping it's going to be good. So the Quest Plus I will probably give away. Because I've got such a library of games that I don't think... Ooh, we've got all the magic now. I don't think me having... Bam. I would imagine so. There we go, little drive in Miss Daisy. Meow. You can actually get this really fast. It makes you zip around the levels. I thought they were putting it on Quest 2, and then obviously there'll be an enhanced edition for Quest 3 is the way that I figured it would be. But yeah, so Quest 3 on the way on the 11th. I haven't ordered any of the bloody accessories for it because they were silly expensive. What I'm planning on doing is just... Oh, sorry, you said Assassin's Creed. Hang on, I'll say about that in a minute. I'm planning on just sellotaping all of my old bits and pieces from my Quest 2. I would get a Quest 2. The difference between a Quest 1 and a Quest 2 is massive. The difference between a Quest 2 and a Quest 3, I don't think is going to be that big. And the Quest 2 is awful cheap at the moment. down to like 250, and it'll go down even lower when the Quest 3 comes out. Crescent's Creed on Quest 3. They'd be stupid not to put it on the Quest 2, if I'm honest, but it might not be able to be handled on the Quest 3. On the Quest 2, rather. So, I don't know. All of these games, they should make in like an ultra low graphics and like turn it down so that people can actually buy it. But then, you know, you then own the game that you can only play on the Quest 2, then you have to go up to the Quest 3. Scummy tactics, but it sounds like the sort of thing that they will do, so. So, with this, so this is Trove. This is the one that I was talking about. And what you want to do, have we got smushy fireballs? No, not yet. We want to get all of these blown up. No keys have dropped, so we know that there aren't any chests on this level. We can actually throw these over there. And I think we needed... What did we need? 2 blues.
Gain rewards
Two blues. So we need... Oh no, blue. Blue for blue. Get rid of that. You have to be careful with these because they do like to slot themselves in. Purple on purple. Yellow on yellow. And then instead of getting 1 reward here, where did you come from? We get 2.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's what you do, don't you? You smush them together. So we've got the ability to... I don't know why Magic Shell is in here, because you can't make the Frost Magic bounce, as I understand it. But again, I don't play around with Frost Magic other than to combine it with Fire Magic. So this is Laser Magic, which is Fire and Ice, which I'll show off in a minute. I like to go for the discounts just in case, because a lot of these I end up activating by accident. Increased flying speed of the one that I was just showing you. Yes, please. And then unlock unarmed combat. That can... Oh, that goes in the support thing. Cool. Have we got levitation yet? Nope, not yet. Or not a level. We need a level of levitation up. 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 Yep. Meow. And it does do damage to things as well as you fly into it. The ring on the outside does damage. That one isn't quite as impressive on the... I mean, I'll show it anyway. Fires like a bit of a blast off. It's reasonably powerful. The fact that you're very maneuverable with that is probably the best part about it. So, and one of the best ones, the ice magic smushed, is one of the best ones, because as you can see, we make a little snake tail. We're like Iceman, but a lot slower. And the barrier around you actually has those, and as they rotate around you, those little snow blocks, they actually intercept projectiles that are coming in at you. And then we also get a laser beam that has a nice little frost effect. And we also have a little platform here temporarily as well, which we can then flip off of, pull our guns out and shoot things on the way down. Yeah, good stuff, right? Anyway, that's enough of that, because we need to get that first boss killed. As I said previous, levitation is getting that to level 2 so that you can summon rock is probably the best thing. Now that we've got the unarmed ability, there's probably an even easier way to do it. We are going to want to use fire magic though, because fire magic's just too good. It's just too good. Did we have the smush? No, yeah.
Break all beaming tokens to stop the...
Didn't follow my advice and kill them before we got out. Should have. For those of you wondering how easy it is to go upside down, jump, put both hands up in the air. For those wondering how difficult it is to aim like this, I've had a bit of practice from Sairento, and now a lot more from this. You can do 2 jumps, and you can cartwheel off of both of them, And the reason why I like this is I believe it adds to your style points, because it would explain why I get a silly amount for not doing a lot. But also it puts your game into slow time, and you know I like a bit of slow time. Puts the game into slow time for you, and I do believe that it doesn't cost you any, because you can put the game into slow time with the press of a button, but as we can see, it drains your mana. And it also only does it for so long. Tell you what did do us over on that boss, actually, because you know how we come loaded with excuses. Before the game crashed, I had a lot of money, and I had the ability to go to that shop, and I would have been able to make us uber powerful. Oh, where you going? Gunfaff. Or was it? Yeah, it was. Blam, 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 blam. Oh, hello. I love this game, and doing everything upside down is so cool. And rewarded for it as well. I caught that out of the air. Have we got Ricochet Village yet? No, we haven't. It's the only... And you do get used to it. It's annoying to begin with, then it happens every now and again, but you know how to correct it. Yeah, that one didn't quite go into me, so I didn't have to pull it out. You do need to be aware of that things can go into your hands and arms, and they actually knock down whilst you are impaled, knock down your maximum HP. So you want to get them out quick sharp. You can also block a lot of these projectiles. Trying to. What's that? Block a lot of these projectiles with your weaponry, but it breaks it. Oh. You're not letting me show it off. I'm sure it'll break, but basically when they're broken, you have to resummon them, which is just basically a pain in the ass. But yeah, I would imagine I will be doing some videos for this. Yeah, nice one, Onyx. Thank you very much for joining us. Cheers, dude. See you later. I would imagine I'll be doing some videos on this because there's lots and lots of tips and tricks and extra bits and pieces that I can show off. A lot of it I can't show off until we get a bit further in. I mean, I've shown a fair bit of it off, but you know, not everyone who plays the game will catch the live streams, so people need to know, I'm sure. You can get on these at any time you like as well. Should really end this. Do a little riz. Where's the other one gone? And another. You can combo these into your combos as well and actually get decent style points out of them. When these things block, you can hit them with a weapon and it breaks their block. But you can just shoot them loads as well, and that adds to your combo, which we like. Oh, you stupid beetle! We lost that. Come here. That key down there is your fault. You do have to be aware of that as well, because some levels there's not enough keys, or there's just enough keys. I've had some where there's not enough keys for the amount of locks that are on chests. What's the colour? side of things was a little bit better on this. I don't know if that's silver or blue, but again, lighting wise, that's bronze, I think. Yeah, they should have made these, they should have put symbols on them, because that would be a lot easier to identify than colours, because the lighting in this game, that's one of the other things. I don't think it's spoiling it, but one of the other things in Dungeons of Eternity is there are sections where you actually have to go exploring with a torch, and you have to light the torch, and the lighting effects are actually quite cool in it, so quite atmospheric. But then, you know, if there's a party of 3 of you playing, that one can be your torchbearer and they can be at front, and the other 2 can be ready with the bow and arrows just in case there's any trouble down there. And I'm sure there won't be, Von. I'm sure there won't be. Torchbearer. Punch girl becomes torchbearer girl. This is the other thing that I'm looking forward to with... Hey, we can smush. So, this is what the thing that I'm looking forward to as far as... still no levitate. But you'll have to go at the front then, Von. That's the only problem. Let's get the pistol upgraded. To do with that one. See, it's usually when they're like that, you can then put a second hand on them. Yeah, well, never mind. Any more keys? I didn't think there was. But yeah, I just really like that. It's the lighting's actually quite good on the game. But yeah, it's something... No, yeah, we'll be there. We'll be there. But yeah, me and Beanie are going to be putting it through its paces. Hopefully, we were supposed to be doing it today, but I haven't heard back from the guy. So, and he was supposed to be streaming. He didn't even do that. God, what's he like, eh? Lazy boy. But we're supposed to be playing it tomorrow, I think, at this rate now. Maybe Friday. And it's 3-player cooperative. That's the kind of game where I can take a couple of you guys out with me and we'll stream it. And it'll be fun. It better be fun. It'll be fun.
Demons spilling out.
Right. What was this one? Is this just a kill? Yes, it is. I need to make use of the style. So we want to group them up, then put the flip on. Try and get a couple of shots in on them before then exploding the head. Oh, I haven't made that easy for myself, have I? Angles. Let's get back to Old Faithful, I guess. No, they're not doing it. Let's try and... Maybe it's the next level. It was showing me earlier in the tutorial that you can literally grab them and rip them in half with your levitational powers. So it might be that that was on level 2 and we're not at the moment. Try it again in a minute. I did, thank you. Cheers, Vom. Yeah, I've had to change it over already. I've literally been playing this all day as well, so... You know, you'd think I'd be able to do the first boss by now, wouldn't you? But as I said, it's, you know, don't dick about. It is still quite hard, though. Right. But there's some times where you get a very good skill. There's one in particular that I like that converts your health into mana and shields. And shields are very powerful. Yeah, I have seen that. I never use split. I never use the flamethrower. So this is, again, this is something that I really like on these games. I don't use it enough because it absolutely burns through your magic. But with the flame, you can do the flamethrower side of things. I love it when the effects change how it works. So now we fire 2 streams, and you can fire 3 and 4 and 5, but it makes it so that it costs a lot of mana, so you can't maintain the flamethrower for very long, which is a bit annoying. That one's still quite good. Don't use that enough either. I think I'm lazy. Hello? Good bug. The only good bug is a dead bug. Right. Any more chests? I don't... Oh, we can tell if there's any more chests because we've got these here. Good. Good. Didn't do very well on style. That will not be worth much. Yeah, they are. Right. Those are none of the things that we want either. However, an increase in mana is always welcome. No matter, as long as you're doing magic, you always want to increase your mana. Obviously. More mana, less problems. But the other thing as well, in relation to style, even if you're not using magic, mana is still also very important. Get out. Mana is also very important because it governs things like reload and slow time, and your shift ability is also governed by mana as well. And this is where you can find yourself... I hate it when that one does that. This is where you can find yourself sure and getting killed because you run out of mana. Can just sit next to this and it does damage over time because we've basically got a fire shield around us. So now we're going to try and get some cash together and get those style points in just by hoffing fireballs out there like it ain't no thing. We'll get the totems as we go as well. There's a good bunch. There's a big bunch. Should be one over there. Yes, there is. So we're now just gonna... This is us for a little bit. Just chucking fireballs out. And like, the thing is, like... Wizards did it where there was gesture-based offensive and defensive magic. You know, there's already a game that does this. But, I don't know, I thought Wizards could have been a lot better and could have had a lot more to it. It was really good, what I saw of it and what I played of it. And bear in mind, I've played it through a good couple of times. And it was really good. And then they promised cooperative on the game, which again would have made it even better. And it's just never arrived. And unfortunately, I just think this does everything a lot better. And I don't even know the half of it yet. There's still more magic. Ow. Let's get some more fireballs off. But, you know, the only, as I said, the only thing that I would like to see is some kind of graphical upgrade or graphical bunk on this. You know, that should be a massive burning proper fireball, not just a ball of light. Oh, that was the wrong ones. But yeah, so if you want to maximise your style, you'll see that every time this Spitfire's hitting them, times 4, times 5, times 6, it's on the kill is when you get the points. Should see it, 140, 400, 620, and as I said, it just keeps on going up and up and up. Yep. Yeah, I'm not particularly happy with Primal Hunt. They've basically found that there's a crowd for them in the Roblox side of things, so they've just... looks like they've basically abandoned it. Promised cooperative, got the sales, kind of fucked it off after that. Because I haven't heard word one about it. There was supposed to be a beta test, but I don't think it went ahead in the end. Or they had problems or something. That game could have been really... I mean, it was good. It just needed cooperative. And, yeah. Promised, didn't deliver. To be expected. But it doesn't matter. Telling you now, we've got Dungeons of Eternity. That game is going to be so good. Hello. Yeah, they've been saying that for months though, Von, is the problem. You still need to play around with the controls of that one. These guys is where you get the points, because they can take a lot of hits. But there's also not nearly as many enemies on screen. 1,480 star points there on that one. 1,000, almost 2,000 on those two. And as I said, you don't have to do it all day. You just want to be trying to get up to the maximum, which is... that's way too much. So that'll be 2,250 and 75. You can get that to 70,000 and that's enough. Have we still honestly not got it? We haven't. That's a bit annoying. Right, let's decrease the mana. We'll put XP, no, we'll put Spiteful hit on that one. Right. Chests. Lovely, lovely chests. Yeah. It does get a bit old when, you know, this is why, as I said, as long as we, you know, knock on wood, we don't have these launch issues with Dungeons of Eternity. Like, you know, there hasn't been a game that I've got... oh, no, that's wrong. There has been games that I've got excited about. You know, Light Brigade is a great game. It just, I don't know, it just didn't do as well as I was hoping it was going to do. It didn't take off as well. I think it was because it was too difficult, if I'm honest. But I also think that the graphics could have been better on that one as well. That draw distance was, yeah, that was a bit low. But, you know, it done enough. I think, or do I think, or do I hope? I both think and hope that Dungeons of Eternity is going to be big. So, I think, dare I say it, Dungeons of Eternity is going to be the next sort of like After the Fall levels of cooperative. And that's quite a big statement in itself, because After the Fall obviously did very well. Is that... see, this is the thing. Is that silver or is that blue? I think that's silver. So that's gold. Those could be gold or bronze. That's bronze, so this is gold. And then if that was silver, that's kind of blue. So I'm saying that one. Yeah, there's going to be... well, from what I've seen of it, there's plenty to do within that game and lots to play. I'm hoping that they add either some sort of player versus player element in the future, or at the very least allow team damage. Again, I've asked for all of these things. That's more for me and Jay, you know, because... like one of us can run off into the dungeon and, you know, you turn off all the notifications and just attack each other and see we can finally answer in combat out of me and Beanie who's better with the bow. It's me. I'll know more techniques than he will. His skill will only get him so far, telling you now. But, you know, it doesn't necessarily... like, I want Dark and Darker in VR, and Dungeons of Eternity is about as close as you're going to get. No, of course it's for us. Yeah, well, one of you could watch. We'll need a ref, Von. If it takes off and we get verses going in Dungeons, we'll need a ref. Well, we haven't made things easy for ourselves, but let's see if... so this time, less explaining, more killing. But I've told you what to do.
More demons.
So what I try and do is fire up plenty of fireballs. Now, even if we are... it's not working now, is it? There we go. Even if we are not having his shield down, it's still doing damage, just a lot less. And we basically want to stay mobile, take that shield down. That's probably a much easier way. I just don't like getting too close to this boss because he is a killer. You can get a massive multiplier going on this boss. Like, we're already in the hundreds right now, and then that multiplier passes over to his minions as well. We just need a couple more of these and he'll be done. Simple as that. That's what I should have done the first time. But yeah, knowing that, because you'll nearly always have, when you unlock it, this and that. It's just literally hold trigger and from your chest push forward. Done. That will drop shields on all enemies. Bosses, it's particularly needed because their shields are very, very powerful. Enemies, you can conquer their shields with magic.
Next move, Hellsweeper.
So we needed a little bit more style there. We won't get the maximum rewards, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, what did we get blessing-wise? Hopefully, the magic to convert it to... No, that's not the one. Genius exploit. I like this one. Reduce mana cost of movement and bullet time by 20%. Brilliant. Actually, do we really want that, though? Gain maximum 120 health. Reduce mana. Yeah, because this isn't going to help us and we're doing a magic build. We are probably better off with that then. But Silver, you say never to take health upgrades in these sort of games. Just do more damage. It's like, well, there wasn't really a choice there, was there? Mana Genius is really good if you're doing like a weaponry build. So that's the first boss completely pulled apart very quickly. That's what we should have done the first time. But you get an idea for it now. You bring down his shield by either bursting it with your concussive blast or throwing anything into it, but the object needs to be reasonably large. And then the final way, because we still haven't got it unlocked yet, is when you get levitation to level 2, you can basically pull a chunk of rock out of the ground, throw that at him, and that'll burst his shield every time because it's just big enough. So, Act 2, more of the same. The levels are different. I think there's 18 different levels, and then they mix them into different orders. But you'll usually find that these bigger arenas are on the later levels. And some of them, I must admit, even though I'm not a fan of the graphics of this one, are very well designed. They're nice arenas to fight in. You know, you've got walls where you want them. You've got bits and pieces that you're able to do. See, now I know what I know about, or what we're saying about keys. Kind of don't want to open this, but I don't know if it makes that much of a difference. I haven't found, since I've started... bronze? Is that bronze? Or is that gold? Looks like bronze. Put the silver one in then. But I don't think I've been getting any better rewards. I haven't been seeing like +2s and +3s coming up. So, I think we leveled up Frost Magic recently. Let's increase the damage. But that one's another one that increases the amount of shards that you get when you do that ability, which is cool. And then we could just throw it as a snowball, and it creates a slow effect around it. Now, what was the quest here? Again, listening to my own advice, because this one could really hurt us. If you're going to be traveling around the arena, take as many of these out from as far away as possible before you actually start, and then that way they don't become turrets that will fucking murder you.
Demons spinning out.
Because they're already dead. And I like to, with this fireball technique, find a nice corner to hide in, fire the fireballs out, have little rests to recover your mana whilst the fireballs are out doing their thing, and then fire some more out. And if you get to somewhere where you can't be approached from behind, so like we've kind of blocked ourselves in here, then they can only approach you from your front. That is our laser beam ability. That's what it looks like when you get something in your hand. Take the time to pull it out early. That can get you killed also, because it decreases your maximum health, and I think it might affect the rate at which your health recharges as well. So always pull those knives out of your hand. Or, well, you get all sorts stuck in your hand in this game. A few more. Should get maximum style out of this. Another wave. Yeah. Up. No, thank you. At the very least, everybody will have access to fire magic. You'll be able to get it up to level 2 so that you can do this. You then should be able to get further in your runs, because this magic is very powerful. Let's see if we can do... Ow. That one. So this is the laser beam one. Which, again, I'm not a fan... That's not in my hand. Oh, almost got you. I'm not a fan of these abilities. Can we smush it? We can't smush it. I'm not a fan of these abilities that make you stand stock still when you're doing them. The lightning gives me my Emperor fantasies, though, so that one I'll allow. But the rest of them, they're not. Even the lightning ones got me killed on multiple occasions because I like screaming unlimited power whilst playing. Reload. Reloading in the game is worth mentioning as well. It is usually very responsive. Smushy magic. Hellsweeper smushy magic when? Now. Now. Right, hang on. Silver. Blue. It does really depend on what light you're in. Gold? Maybe bronze? Don't know. Where's the chest? Because we're still picking up keys, means that there is still a chest somewhere. There it is. Oh, and it's a 3 as well. As a general rule, the more locks it has, we'll say that's gold for now, the better contents that there will be in. I'll have to have a look on the Discord later and see what the chances are. Might not even affect the game yet because we're not into like end game content or needing like high level drops. Yeah, oh well, that one can go. I think that's gold. See, I was trying to match them all previously, try and get the same ones. What was our star? Right, so that's bang on where we want to be. Just over 30,000. Maximum. Perfect. Perfecto. Silver? Probably. I identified quite early on that there were obviously different key colours. But I thought it would have been something clever. Like, you need to put the same colour... Oh, I can't even be bothered with it anymore. You need to put the same coloured ones in. Or maybe different coloured ones in. Hey, we got a levitation! Okay, so now we can do some cool stuff. Let's get this out of the way first. Outsource materials. And we will go with... See, that's for, like, the bullets that you load in, as I've found out now. So we'll just do that one. Now, how did you do it? You go summon some rock, and then you can just throw it. But I've got the ability to summon multiple rocks, and then levitate them all, and you can levitate more, and then throw them. That was a really bad job, though. Let's try and get some space somewhere. And now that we've got this levitate up, we've got the ability to do this anywhere. So, last of the rock benders when? Now. So, but now we've also got the ability to put these on our arms and do a bit of a Hulk smash routine. We can power them up so that they hit extra hard. You can smash, you can punch, you can also launch as well. And if you had this ability at this stage, so you had unarmed and then levitate level 2, then I would imagine you can use these to drop shields, and that would probably be easier. The aim's not too bad on it. I don't know, it's something that you need to get used to, but yeah. Tony Stark, eat your heart out, right? Or fucking Thanos, one of the two. Right, so, but we're not going to put any points into that. Again, that one's a little bit gimmicky, but as I've found out, a lot of the ones that are gimmicky, if you pour power-ups into them, they become quite good. Another thing to note as well, and I don't know how many people have seen this or not, what item you take denotes what mission is going to be next. As we've already heard from Grizzon, and I agree, Totem is probably the best one because you can easily get your 30,000 style points out of that one, because you just leave one of the totems alive, kill all the enemies until you think that you've got enough points, and then end it. Sacrifice means that we have to get rid of something. Wave is wave. So on this basis, yeah, let's push into unarmed a little bit, because we've got it. I haven't seen what it does now. Clenched fist can now block enemy attacks and projectiles. Okay. Click the thumb step while levitating a rock. I know that bit. But yeah, how cool is that? That's the only, it's the one criticism, other than the graphics, that I have this game. That should be a smash, smash, and smash, smash. And I've also heard it with the swords as well. When you bang them together, it like sounds really quiet and a bit, I don't know, for as overpowered as you are at that point. Bit muted. So right, we've got Totem to deal with now. So another cool thing. So right, so I know what you're thinking, right? So then, Silver, so you can levitate rock now, and you can put them on your arm. But you couldn't possibly fuse an element to it, could you? Could you? I'm sure you could. I did it earlier. But you have to have it powered. I'm sure I've done that. Maybe I need to have them higher level before the smushing can begin. Oh well. Never mind. We've got enough weaponry already anyway. I'm sure I've done it. Might have actually done it in the tutorial, which means that I'd need that up to a higher level. Alright, so we're going to take out these totems. As many as we can see. The other thing with the fireball as well is it's really good for destroying totems. 2 hits, dead. And I haven't even got it that powered up yet. Hello, Lust. How we doing? And a lot of the time as well, you can follow behind the fireball, and it's basically carving a path for you. So you don't even need to be really that concerned with enemies, because they're just dying before they can do anything anyway. Uh-oh. Let's get those style points going. It's you, isn't it? If you are taking damage for no reason, it's always those, or the totems that I was talking about, I've found. Lust is awesome. It's definitely my favourite enemy. Had a lot of fun pushing her around in the tutorial. Not the tutorial, in the main. There's a bit where you do your loadout and everything. You can spawn enemies and you can push her off of the pedestal, and that's how I manoeuvred her to get her ready for the thumbnail for tonight. very YouTubey thumbnail, I thought that was. Not a very good one, but it didn't take a lot of effort, so there's value in that. Now, let's get, I think that's going to be enough. But yeah, look at these combos that are going on now, and the amount of points that we're getting out of it is just, yeah, silly. And it's basically a case of if you can regularly summon the fireballs, and then you just hit them together, turn your palms up, and fire. And there isn't a maximum number of these that can be out on the field at any one time either. But they do explode when they come into contact with the environment. But look at that, 2,400 per kill there. And as I said, the magic number that we're aiming for is 30,000. So you only need really, at that level, at that point, a handful of kills, and you've got the 30,000. What that'll give you is lots of currency, which then means that you can make your shops visits really good. As I have always said about a good roguelike, or maybe not a good roguelike, but the whole min-max element of them, is if you can... no. We don't even know how many we need yet. No. Let's go and find the chest first. There it is. Let's go and find more. More keys, please. Ooh, moped. No moped. Yeah, if you can out-economy the game, you can make it very easy for yourself because you can make yourself basically ridiculously powerful. Same sort of thing as Light Brigade in the level of broken that you can become in this. It really is. This isn't even the half of it yet. And I haven't even got everything leveled up and unlocked, so I don't know half of the options that are available. I probably know less than half of the options that are available at the moment, and there's loads more to come, which is very cool because I do like a game that's hard but can be broken if you play it a way or well. But the other I know there's a lot of things. The other thing that I like about it as well is it doesn't seem like there's just one way to do it. I'm concentrating on Fireball because I find it easy and it's very effective and very powerful. But you know, previous to finding out how good Fireball was, I was using Ice Magic to just go travel around the level, mowing everything down, but that was more based on traits that I picked up. And previous to that, I was doing what I was doing in the beginning, and just flipping over everything and headshotting them, because that can be very powerful if you push into it. Did I even grab it? Yeah, I did. There we go. Loads more than we needed star-wise. And we will have... yeah, let's have some pistol. Barrel extension increases damage by 50%. Actually, as you will see, increases the length of the barrel. I like it when they do this in games where the modelling changes based on the decisions that you're making. Because, you know, other developers wouldn't have bothered. And now our guns are fucking huge. It can become a bit of a problem because of the collision side of things, but 50% damage, come on. Come on, I'll take problems for 50% damage from one perk. There is another thing that I need to show off as well in the shop, in that you can change the perks that you have found for a price and change them for what you want, because some perks are a waste and some perks are just fucking garbage, but just taking them allows you to change them over in the shop using the forge, or the forge ability. Sacrifice, I didn't read that one, otherwise I wouldn't have taken that. Oh no, I'm thinking of the wrong one. Sacrifice is alright. This one's another easy one as well. Or, well, not easy. Right, we've killed 2 of those totems. We now know that there are no chests on this level, so we don't need to go searching about, because no keys fell out of those. Sacrifice is another good one.
Slay demons near the
what you can do,
fill up his blood well.
sit outside, Wait for the enemies to come to you. Don't kill them in there. And then the level won't end until you want it to. There's those thing-style heads that Von was on about. They are awesome. Oh, do you mind? Oh, that hurt. Okay, they're pretty tough. I don't know what that was. I bet it was a totem. I almost guarantee it was something like that. Oop. Right, let's start getting the level complete. If I looked at it earlier as well, if you actually have a look at the totem that's in the middle there, you'll see it's you, isn't it? Or it's you. You'll see that there's a bar on it, and as you kill things within that, that bar raises. Yeah, I don't know what it was. It might have been that guy that was up on the top there. But yeah, you can, as I said, if you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, and it's usually these bloody slugs, even at the, like, you know, we're at a reasonably high level though, so those slugs can be a problem. But yeah, if you're getting killed and you don't know why, it's usually slugs or these totems. And they've got the skull above them. They do hella damage. And look at this as well. That might have been part of the problem. Someone left this blade in my hand. So that needs to come out. But as I said, that, you know, see how we have only now just gone back up to maximum health. And that's because... And it's very easy to miss that you've actually got something sticking out of your hand in the heat of battle with all this magic going on. Right, we don't need to worry. Did we get enough style points? No, we should have pushed that a little bit further, so we got half the amount of rewards because of that. That's a bit annoying. Yeah, show off some lightning, get that to mastery level 2, and then we can smush the lightning and unlimited power. It's really good. Well, it's not. It's just really good for style. Both in looks and in game mechanics. Because let's face it, you know, everyone... It isn't just me that wants to be the Emperor from Star Wars. It's everyone wants to be Emperor Palpatine at some point with the lightning from the fingers, surely. Can't be just me. You can even get, because the lightning's quite weak, quite a lot of points from the... Oh, you're dead. You're not going to help me. You're dead. Nothing amusing that I can do with that whilst it's like that, so just throw it away. Is there any more slugs? If we can find another slug, you can actually get a couple hundred points, style points, out of the slugs at this stage before you go on with the level. I'll have to remember to do it later. Hello, other Hellsweeper. How are we doing, John? Just been showing off what I like to do, and it's that just wins the game, I've found. So, but we've just got lightning, and we now have unlimited power. Oh, hello, K2. How we doing? I do like that one as well. The ability's quite garbage on it, but yeah, all of these smush. I know, right? Smush. Oh, I've got to show you something else as well, John, that I've just unlocked. Check it out. So, you know how you can levitate? Oh, hang on. Hello, Rocket Girl. Oh, yeah, definitely. So, we've got the ability to summon rocks. Or we can summon 2. We can summon more, and now I've got the ability to hold them all and then throw them. We can do better than that. And you can increase this ability as well. So we've got the ability to throw 4 rocks. But we can do one better. We can Hulk Smash! You can power these up. You can absolutely smash and pulverize things. And we can shoot them. very accurate, but we can shoot them. So I thought that was very cool. I think you've got the ability to infuse them as well. I know you can infuse pretty much anything else. Oh, we've got the long barrel on this now as well, which is nice. What else? Which one were you saying, Rocket? That one. I do like this one. It's really cool for flying around, and you can make it faster when you level it up. My only concern with that one is when you're standing still and controlling that thing, the problem is you're standing still. I still think the best one is that one, because you can cast it and follow it, and it massively increases your style, and we want that style. Right, this is gold then. Let's get it open now. I don't know how much a difference these keys are making, because I don't feel... did get a +2 though. Good old fire. Right, let's go for... I never bother with the spell balls will bounce. I don't fire spell balls. So let's do more damage. Thrown fire... So because we've got Spite and Wave Split, we can now combine those two and lose their effects to get final spin. But I don't think that's worth it because we don't throw fireballs. So I'm going to skip that. And we'll get a 5-finger discount, and we'll skip that again because it's asking me for the same one, and we'll increase this. I thought it would fire more beams, but I don't know. I think it's talking about the projectiles that surround you when you are... Nope. There's like things that go around you, but again, this one's too slow, if you ask me. So yeah, and we've also got, because I've got the levitate ability up a little bit, we've also got the ability to do that now as well. It's actually quite easy to aim with them as well. So you can get an ability with levitate later where that doesn't cost any mana, so you can do it indefinitely. You can get an ability where you can increase the amount of objects that you can hold. You can get an ability where you can make it so that you can be holding 4 swords, and then you can make those spin and become basically a lawnmower, which I will show you after this run, because there is a mode that anyone can go on right now and do it on the challenge mode side of things. Now, I do like spending a lot of time upside down on this game because it's fucking hilarious and cool, but that's not what we're doing on this run. This run, that was a miscast. This run, we are fireballing our way to a completion, I think. Although these guys are really starting to hurt, so we might not be able to milk these. No, definitely not. Ah, oh, dead! See how quickly you can go down. So very fast. I shouldn't have dicked around with that one. We're not very... Well, we were powerful on magic, but not very on the old mana and health. Oh, well, there you go. Run over. I can show you what I was going to show you now. Because I think this is fucking hilarious. I've even put some music over one of the videos I did of this earlier.
Come on. Ignite these demons like you burned down your own.
Let's go. Oh, no, we don't need to do that. I do like how we're being given story as you're playing the game as well. Now, I've started going through this challenge side of things. Oh, I thought you had to... Is that me? I haven't completed this challenge. Have they changed it yet? No, they haven't. Right, cool. This is a very hard challenge, but I have got some level ups now, so we might be able to do it. So this is the challenge mode unlocked at level 6? Or 8, something like that.
Excuse me?
So... Sorry. So, what I was saying earlier... Oh, which one is it? That one? Now that's quite impressive already, right?
Another tranche of demons.
Let's go! And of course, in time-honoured tradition, you can do it upside down as well. So good. Ow. So this is something that's just in the challenge mode at the moment, but I see no reason why you wouldn't be able to do this in the main game. When you need to get your levitation and your sword powers up enough, and then you just need to select the right perks. Yeah, it's absolute chop socky this. I already got him. We've killed demons now. Hello, Indy. You'd like this one, I think, Indy. Not much in the ways of... Not much in the ways of puzzles. And cool abilities with sword fighting and levitation. No puzzles in this one, mate. Well, there is keys in locks, actually. You might struggle with that. Yeah, maybe this one isn't for you. I don't know. We've also got an axe as well. The random... We've basically got random abilities. Is it this one? You can fire part of the axe off, and then it just goes bouncing around. You can also change it to a proper axe, and that makes it a little bit better for throwing. But we can also do the same with the axe as well. I just can't summon... Can't summon as many axes, I don't think. Boomer axe indeed. And then of course we can do it all upside down as well. All upside down and in slow motion. And that's what you want, really, from games, just in general. I also found as well, you can, I was saying earlier, John, I don't know if you know, you can pull enemies apart. I mean, this one's already been pulled apart. But I think... I'll try that in a minute, because I've got a higher level of levitation. Now, the problem with this challenge is we haven't got a lot of resources available to us, which makes it actually quite difficult. You can die very fast, as you probably well know, in this game. Yeah, there's a lot of things in this game, and it's all said, like... I look at this still as, ooh, there's a lot of hidden information in there, except that it's all in the tutorial. Nope. And we're prepared. So this one's a wave one, but it's very difficult. Lots of heavy end enemies, and you've also got these green things. It's easy. Easy, John, easy. I just, to be fair, I just concentrate on one or two. Oh, we're almost dead. You can die so fast on this challenge. It's these green things that explode. They're the ones that get you. Okay. But then, you know, this is why, like, for instance, the game kind of rewards you for latching on to a specific way, means, and play style, and then embracing that with the whole way that the level up system works. Proper chop socky, look. I found with this one, you can wait round this corner and just present present the lawnmower. Yeah, no, that is something that I noticed today, is that you don't have to continually summon the hound, especially if you level it up. You just have to get it out once, and then as long as it doesn't die, you don't have to touch it again, which is my kind of thing. It's just free damage. So... oh, we seem to be missing a sword. Which hand? This hand? Hang on. There we are. Oh, does it revive on its own? I know you can revive it as well, I think. Cheers, fellas. See you later. Oh yeah, got laser beams, have you? This also deflects. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Come and hide. Lost one of our swords somehow. Yeah, look, that one's got a bit of shish kebab enemy on the end of it. Brilliant. And back to spinny spinny. Who's that? Hello, Ben. How we doing? Yeah, that name can't be me on the leaderboard. If it was, I would have a much higher score than that. But I haven't completed this challenge yet. Yeah, good, thanks, Steve. We are being a hell-sweeping lawnmower. Hey, we found another sword! It was stuck in the wood. Excellent. Because we can mow those lawns. I know what you're thinking, right? But can you do it upside down? Yeah, you can do it upside down. Chop, chop. Chop, chop. Still got a little bit of shish kebab enemy on the end there. Lovely. Last wave. This is where it gets hard. I have found if you just take your time and stay away from those green things on this challenge, you're usually alright. Now, I will be honest, I haven't been able to do the end boss of this challenge because obviously it's a lot harder, and previously I didn't actually know how to do the end boss. I need to change my battery. Damn. But now I do, or at least I've got a better idea. Decapitation. Ching, 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 ching. And bounce out and run. Oh, you're just a body. That's all I got, guys. I don't know, actually, Von. I've got a funny feeling that there might be more. And the reason being is because I cranked it up to Veteran, and the first end boss is the second end boss in Veteran. Which would then lead me to believe that then the end boss is the second end boss, and that then there's something else that awaits us at the end, potentially. So I don't know. Uh-oh. Almost dead. Hide in the cave. Cave his friend. Have we lost the sword again? It would appear so. Pretty good AI in this game, well, I'll give it that much. Ah! I was expecting them all to come round the corner into my chop-socky blades, but they didn't.
In the middle of a fight.
Easy.
Watch that blue bar.
That's the other thing he tells me off for as well all the time now when I'm doing that with weaponry is my mana. It's like, the mana hasn't even gone down. Yeah. I still find the second one is probably the hardest one to beat. But I have seen that you just basically have to let it chase you. When it starts disappearing when you try and hit it, you just leave it and deal with the enemies in the level. And then wait until it gets exhausted. So this one's even easier. If we find the totems...
These totems are beacons that can...
Dead. Yeah, well, better than me then, Von. The second one gave me a nightmare to begin with. Kept on kicking my ass. There's the other totem, not there. Not much style points, but we're not after style points. We just want to get the challenge done. Wouldn't mind getting my name on the leaderboard. So, oh, the third one? I mean, I assume you know how. You probably don't need me to tell you how. But it's, to be fair of the bosses, it's like, I don't know, kind of a bit of a, well, probably a bit of a Gabriel for me. The last boss is, I'm not going to say he's easy, because he's not easy, but as long as you are, at that stage, you're putting out a lot of damage, and as long as you know what to do, he's an enemy that you can take down. As I said, I don't want to ruin it, though, because, you know, learning to take it down yourself is part of the fun. Oh, sorry, should do that correctly. Learning to do it yourself is part of the fun. Fun? Ah, why doesn't he do quotations upside down? Call this guy Hellsweeper. Can't even do quotations upside down. Oh, okay. Oh, so you have done it then. Oh, you used to be able to wall run backwards. Yeah, it's the only problem with the game that I find at the moment. Hey, you can wall run backwards. You used to be able to do that in Sairento as well. It's the only problem that I find with the game is it isn't very welcoming to new players because there's a lot of faffing, or a lot of potential for faff. There's a lot of things to go wrong and a lot of things that you can do. And the time to die in this game is incredibly quickly. Incredibly quickly. Never knew you were playing in Northern London. What do you mean, Radius? I do go to... I suppose it is Northern London. PICO headquarters is in Northern London occasionally. I go up there, if that's what you were talking about. Right. I don't think we can do this guy like this. Oh, got ya. Very good, Radius. No, no. Yeah, Hackney, innit? Or someone like that. I'm trying to think of a rough area in London. I don't really know any. Right. The other thing to note as well is this does give you clues. Block savagery's attacks with sturdy weapons and then strike him when his stamina's low. Now, I'm not using hand-to-hand combat weapons, or at least not in a hand-to-hand combat vibe. Maybe we should. It's a shame you can't make them spin. I have got the ability to fire blades off with these. And you can also stab shots with them as well, which is very cool. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe we'll try that. I need to stay away from him this time is what I didn't do last time. And I think he is harder. Hello. No, thank you. You can die so easily on this one. Dead.
Hello will be required to match savagery's vigor.
I think you need to be higher on that one, and the challenge makes that quite difficult because you're limited on weaponry. But again, still playing, still discovering. That's what he did to me last time. Just stomped on me twice, dead. But yeah, I don't think this is me. It can't be, because I haven't completed it. And as I understand it, the only people that would be up there have completed, and I would have got that score on probably the first level alone, so... But there you go. Stomped. But then the thing is, that's the challenge mode of it as well, so I think the boss is a lot harder. As in, he's instantly on you, because even the second boss doesn't kill me that badly when I first went against him. So, battery. Battery, battery, battery. I was just saying as well, John, Dungeons of Eternity. Now, I don't hype games too much, or I try not to, but Dungeons of Eternity. Oh, so good. Actually looks like it's going to live up to what I want. I do have a border collie. Might have to actually start taking that. Let's take that off. Well, actually no, it's probably not a border collie. It's more like a hellhound, I guess. Right, we're taking fire. Yes, we do, John. Yes, we do. 1, 2, 3. You'll be happy to know that it's grip. Ugh, I'm trying to get him to change it. It's grip for bow. But the way that it works as well is anybody can basically do any job. It's... Rocket Girl, it is really good. If you're not bothered about the pre-order bonuses and you want to see some more before it comes out, me and Beanie are going to try and stream it on the 5th. In the meantime, we're going to be playing it together some, because we've got early access to it, so that I can be a decent level at it before I start showing it off. And on launch day, if anyone buys it, well, maybe you could come and be our third for a round or something. We shall see. Yeah, Von's carrying the torch. But yeah, that's one of the... It was one of the bits that really impressed me about it, is you have to find keys and you unlock doors and chests, and as you do, and they're like kind of optional bits. You don't have to go into them, but if you get the keys, then of course you're going to, because the loot. But you open the door, and then it's just a dark passage in front of you, and then there is a flaming torch in one side, and then a non-lit torch that you can pick up on the other side. So you have to pick that up, and then pop it in the flame, and then you have to hold it high to, you know, guide your way through the darkness. And then you could have somebody in front doing that and the other two covering. And I don't know if you can be attacked in the dark. I'd assume there is. I hope they do that a lot in the game, because it's a very cool moment, and the atmosphere of the game is really good. The music of the game is really good for dungeon crawling and atmospheric. The graphics are good. As I was saying earlier, the only concern that I have with it is the rooms and the halls are huge. They're so big and vaulted, but there's so little amount of enemies coming at you. But I think that might be because I'm only low level and the game increases in difficulty as you go. Right, so let's try... I need the pistol on because I kind of use that as my backup. Let's try the bow. Yeah, I know it's garbage, but we'll put it on anyway. And I'll get... No, we need to keep that on. Let's get rid of... let's just keep all... yeah, let's just try and get one of these.
Let's restore the balance of the Pan realms.
Yeah, the wall... Yeah, the long neck... I'll... Yeah, last run. Cheers, Von. Last run, then. I'll try and actually interact. Actually, I should play it properly then, shouldn't I? Hang on. Let's turn this off, this off, this off. I would show you the bow, but it's not there yet. The bow's... I mean, I can show you what it can do quickly before we start our last run. Yeah, wall running is something that I need to do on all of the bosses because... well, good idea, Radius. Is something I need to do on all of the bosses because it's mana free but keeps you moving. But yeah, the problem... So it is trigger to pull arrow, but the problem is that's me with the controller to where I would normally have it for taking a shot with IDU. It's almost like the bow's too big. So I have found a way that you can use it upside down, is you do that. But you, if I show you what I'm doing to do that, I have to have my hands like this. One arm holding bow and the other arm extended across the entirety of my body. And that's just not going to cut it. Not for a bow and arrow game. No, sir. It's too far. I mean, it's almost like they need a compound bow or a recurve bow as opposed to whatever this is. It does work like that, and it's reasonably accurate like that as well, because you can get right behind the arrow, as you can probably see. It looks a bit gawky, but it does work. But the other cool thing about it as well, it does. When you get the bow up a level, you can then put things in it and it converts them to special arrows, which then do other things. And if I remember rightly, I'm up to 2, but you can get that up to at least 3. Just been playing VR way too much. The big thing that I would recommend for that radius is I'll show you. Tiny little mat. My one's falling apart. It's actually quite a rare mat as well, but I never won that competition. I just got the mat, so I don't care about displaying it anywhere because I didn't win Warhammer Conquest. But it's a little tiny mat, and I just make sure that one of my foot or both of my feet are on that at all times, and then that way can't hurt the walls, can I? So, but yeah, the bow needs some work. The thing is, I know they're capable because the bow works very well in Sairento. The bow works very well in it. If I remember... Oh, no, wrong one. Ooh, actually, haven't said wrong one. No. Damn. I know we can do things like... get a lightning arrow. It's very cool, and then I think all of your arrows become that once you've infused it for a little while. But yeah, it's not there yet, so I don't want to play around with it. I don't want to adjust my style of using the bow to compensate for one game. But yeah, right, let's get it completed so I can show you the end bosses proper. I think that fist was a waste of time. It's funny, but yeah. I want to level a lot of this up, and when I'm very competent with the game is when I'll start playing different styles, but for now... Ooh. That's the other thing we haven't done. Already ordered it. Already ordered it, mate. It's already on the way. Moment that went on pre-order, I've pre-ordered it. Although I am a PICO guy, I'm also a Quest guy as well. So it's I don't have to stick with any particular thing, you know. It's not like PICO turned around to me and said, because we've sent you a PICO, you must be a PICO person and you have to advertise all of our games. Nope, they've just given me a PICO for free and they send me free games. I am very well looked after from PICO, which when they do ask me to do little bits and pieces of advertisement like that Moss stream, I mean, hell, they gave me the games. What am I supposed to do? Not do a little bit for them? I found that quite amusing anyway, smushing little Quinn the rat. It was a good stream. Good stream. Lots of laughs to be had. Right, let's see if we can get this completed. Get out of my way.
Good luck.
But yeah, Quest 3 is on the way because more to do with the fact that the Quest 2 is on the way out. But I'm also keen to see how some of my Quest games, my older Quest games, will look with that extra power. And on top of that as well, if I'm doing videos, and I still use my Quest for the vast majority of the video work that I do when I make videos, because it's just an easier format, it's an easier thing for me to do, and it's what I'm experienced in. Haven't had a lot of... He's found the matches. I haven't had a lot of experience with getting video off of PICO. We do love it when Moss gets crushed. I don't know. I've got 2 ready to go at the moment, Radius, but I don't know which one I'll launch yet. One of them is to do with re-rolling missions, and the other one is something else. But yeah, it's as much to do with the... let's take Doggo for a change. I wonder if that'll combo well. Yeah, it's good, solid advice, Radius. Solid advice. So, yeah, I've kind of got to have the Quest 3 because, yeah, I don't think my Quest 2 is long for this world. What my girls don't know as well is they'll be getting a Quest 2 for Christmas. Because I dare say, now that the Quest 2 is down to, like, what, 250 quid? I won't be able to sell it for much, so there's no point. Might as well give it to the next generation. I've kept them away from it for long enough because I think they're too young. But, you know, I'm not going to be part of the problem and let them go online and become squeakers. But, you know, my middle kid loves her ballet and her dancing, and she's actually quite talented with it as well. I know I'm a dad, you know, but I know the difference between precision through doing martial arts and not precision. And for an 8-year-old dancing, she's precise, and that'll do a lot for her.
Time is against you. Stay alive.
So I might get her on Beat Saber. I think she'll absolutely love Beat Saber, and she'll be really good at it as well. So get the next generation involved, eh? And my eldest might take to it, I don't know. We're all PPSH users, really. Now we've got, with that ability that we just got, we've got the ability to be upside 3 times in a row now. And this is basically our new life. I come from a land down under, I'm going to be upside down all the time. Because style, grace, she's a winner. Gonna need some mana here as well. The one thing that I would say, Ben, I would highly recommend the PPSH full over the short, especially if you are new to the game. Now, I know the PPSH is a little heavier. It is a little bit more accurate. Not accurate enough to make it much of a difference. But the PPSH full can activate concentration mode or focus mode, whatever you call it, whereas the short can't. Yeah, I'm the same, Kim. No, we're all PPSH users, potentially. If you're watching me, you're not a PPSH user until you've seen me using it, and then you'll probably give it a try, and then you'll use nothing else, because it is that powerful. It's that good.
You ran out of bullets in the middle of battle?
Yeah, I had a lot of... I still have a lot of trouble. I still have a lot of trouble with I still have a lot of trouble with getting it hooked up to Steam. Getting it to work well is the problem that I have. I can always get mine working. I think we've only got enough keys. Don't think we've got enough keys here. Well, we've got enough keys, but not to make them all good.
Ready to add some new tools to
2 of the jade ones, though. Okay. I still don't think this is making much of a difference on the rewards from what I've seen. So, but then I'm not counting the pennies, so can't say that for definite. It does seem like quite a lot. Well, we'll be doing, we'll be continuing the Into the Radius stream, but soon. But Dungeons of Eternity is very much nigh, and that we'll be doing. I'll probably end up doing a bonus stream or an extra stream potentially on that. So we shall see. Where was the other one? It's down the bottom, wasn't it? But yeah, I can never quite get the PC VR to behave the same way as standalone. I also don't like the idea of PC VR as much either. Fifth is our umbungo. Fifth is our umbungo day. Fifth is our embargo ends day. Yeah, I mean, I've got virtual desktop. I've got a decent PC. I've got a very good network. I know enough about networking to be able to say that as well. I've got it lined. I've got it hooked. I've got it all on virtual desktop. I just find that even with the PICO or on the Quest, there always seems to be on that Airlink, there's that split second behind. I'm used to 1-to-1, and it's like, it might be me. It might be me being too picky, and I haven't played it enough, so I haven't got used to that, like, split second bit of lag, but I can feel it, and it just makes games feel not as precise as, like, you know, here, everything is going exactly 1-to-1, whereas, yeah, when I play it through that, it always feels a little bit behind. Although, having said that, in Death, the original one wasn't. Yeah, M14 is expensive. Let's pop Calamity on. Did I get them all? Yes, I did. Cool. But then the other thing as well is I look at it along the lines of I like to be able to just stick my headset on, press a couple of buttons, notch a couple of bits and pieces on, and be streaming. We get a lot of faff when I do PC VR, we really do. And that's, again, you know, there's ones where I've had to completely fucking abandon it because it just isn't having it or isn't working. I like to just be able to press the buttons and they go. But then this is the other thing as well. I've never been a PC gamer. Well, until Dark and Darker. Now I'm a PC gamer. Oh yeah, we got Doggo. Off you go then. Nagant supremacy. Yeah, there are. But then the thing is, I'm a patient boy. I can wait. They'll come. But then I think there's a lot in standalone that's good. I've got loads of games that I play all the time. In Death Unchained, Into the Radius. What about In Death Unchained as well? Did I mention that one? So yeah, it is a bit limited, but it's getting there. Oh, it does say on there. Interesting. Cool. Right, let's do some flips.
Stay alive as long as you can.
There's that demon guy. No worries, John. Thanks for dropping by. Not the spotter. Good lad. Spot them trains. Ooh, 1,710 for that one. Missed. I need more targets. Quickly, quickly now. We should get a decent score out of this one. Ah, blocked. Backflip, you say? Backflip, you say? Yeah, backflip. Into Misty. That's awesome. Do need gold here, so... Oh look, they broke my gun. Never mind. Never mind, I'll summon another. It is a bit inconvenient when that happens, but it does happen. It can happen a lot more if you block things other than with your face with the guns. But then, obviously, blocking things with your face isn't quite as good for your health. I know it might look a bit gimmicky as well, but there is nothing quite in this game, if you can manage it, there is nothing quite so satisfying as doing everything upside down. There really isn't. It's so good. Like, look, you know, throw boxes upside down.
Learn to reload.
Full double barrel, not the... Did you say Elong one? The Ego one? Oh, what, the side by... Hang on, which one are you talking about? The over and under or the side by side? I mean, I like the pump action myself, but... All the shotguns are good. Because every single shotgun scales for late game because of solid slug. It doesn't scale very well, but it does scale. Oh, right. I can't help myself. I have to be upside down at all times within this. But again, it's, you know, the best part about it is obviously you're playing this quite a lot, Stace, and, you know, it's, you're obviously can't handle the upside down thing, but you're obviously putting a lot of time into the game, so, you know, testament to it in the different ways and styles and means. Oh, I'm not even going to bother with these trying to get the rare ones anymore. I don't think it makes too much odds. Actually, having said that, that was a lot less gold. Let's go increase that damage this time. And Doggo can have full of surprises. That seems like a good one. I have done nothing with Doggo so far. So, but now that I know that you can summon it... Oh, here's the thing. There you go. You can infuse the dog with an element. I have played Contractors. But, I don't know, can you guys see that really weird effect? That's something that I need to tell them about when you feed Doggo. You have to get its attention. Yeah. And then... No, not that one. Ah, you fuck. Get its attention. And then throw it the fireball. But look at this. See all that round the outside? I don't know if you saw that or not. I'll have a look back on the video. But yeah, there's a bug there. Right. You can also throw it swords. Oh, can you throw it a gun? This will be fucking... Right. Nobody get onto our animal cruelty if this goes horribly wrong. Ready? And go. What are you going to do with that? Have you got the gun, have you? Stupid dog. Yeah, very glitchy. So that's just when you're infusing the dog, but you have to squeak it to get... Hey! That's expensive bloody weaponry, that is! You have to... Oh, we've already got that to 2. Levitation, right, let's make sure we've got Rock Splitter going into the boss this time. Not needed, but it's definitely helpful. Yeah, a little glitchy around the outsides that was. It's nothing game breaking, it's not like it doesn't work or stopped it or anything, but... Again, I don't know if that's just a PICO thing or not. Because I assume you lot are playing it on the Quest. I don't know how cloudy you guys find this one as well on the Quest. It's possibly one of the reasons why I don't think the graphics look very good, is because I'm playing them on the PICO, and this will have been designed, so to speak, on the Quest, graphics-wise, and all the little cheats and techniques that they use to hide over stuff, and then they just literally convert that, as I understand it, from Quest to PICO. And so all of those little things look a lot clearer with the PICO lenses and the extra bit of power. And so, I don't know, maybe that's why I'm complaining a bit about the graphics. But I don't know, I know Von likes it. Don't get me wrong, they're serviceable. They're not like graphics that I've had in some games where it burns my fucking eyeballs out of the sockets. I wouldn't call the graphics good. Dungeons of Eternity, I know I keep banging on about it, but Dungeons of Eternity is looking good. Graphics wise, right, there's one key. I said I'm not going to do that anymore. Yeah, maybe I will give it a go then. Could do, couldn't I? Yeah, I know, right? Can't help myself. Can't help myself. As I said, believe me as well, I have no horse in that race. But yeah. Oh, are you talking about mentioning the graphics, or are you talking about mentioning dungeons? Probably mentioning both. But no, it's something that I do, because I wouldn't want someone to look at this and go, oh, this looks really good. And, like, you know, and that I am having a lot of fun with it. I really enjoy this game. But I'd like to prepare people for the graphics, because I do not think they're good. As I said, serviceable. But then, as I've also said as well, the longer I play it, the more I'm just kind of like getting over it, sort of thing. The gameplay's too good. Yeah, no worries, Vaughn. Thanks for sticking around. Let's have some more fire magic, because fire magic good. These are the ones that we need to be doing, and mana conduit, reduce cost. Yes. Good. Little upside down fireball for Vaughn on the way out. Oh, I've got to get it though. Come on. There we go. Just for Vaughn, that one. Right. Where am I going? Completely discombobulated myself now. That upside down fireball shenanigans. I wish you could... I haven't tried. Oh. Can't infuse the enemy Nadachi. I think it's a Nadachi. Just a very big katana. Seem to have a bit of a problem there. Ah, smushing bugs. Like smushing fireballs. Right. That's where we're going. No key spout. Let's go. Haven't had a shop yet tonight, I don't think. Or we should have had a shop and then the bloody game crashed. Bloody thing. Right. Trove. Easy one. Good, good. Only problem is this one's not very good for money. Get those out of the way. So as I've said previous, you need to line the colours up correctly, otherwise you don't get as good a reward. Yellow on yellow, white on white. You do have a lot of time for this. I don't think I've failed this once. Although previously I haven't always been trying to get all the right colours.
Keep an eye on the clock.
Yeah, it does happen. Seems to happen more often than not as well. Right, that's the green one. Just need purple. That's not purple. Can't see the timer. Damn it. Oh no! Did I get it?
New tactics.
Whoa, no, not really. That's the first one. I don't know. It said I got it. Although it doesn't look like I got it. Okay, maybe it's just counted the ones that I did get them. It is worth taking the time. That was actually quite a tough map for it, though. But it is worth taking the time. Let's reduce the mana cost and not block. Oh, extended barrel. That's very good. It is... these I'm not really using. Just increase the damage of it. It is worth taking the time. That level's difficult because there wasn't very many totems. Oh, I keep forgetting about you. There wasn't very many totems for us to shoot as we were leaving, but you want to match the colours. I did a terrible job here. This is not very good puzzling. But white to white, obviously purple to purple, yellow to yellow. No. No, no, no. So I am smashing them together. If you pull apart, does the vortex, and the fire one's actually quite good because it leaves a fire effect that burns. What I'm doing, smush together, palms up to make this aiming reticule, then pull both triggers. Fires fireball. And all of the spells have that, but I think this one's the best one, isn't it? I can get on with this dog because it actually looks evil. Can you get the little fireball there? You fucking idiot. Okay. Yeah, definitely some problems with that. But yeah, it's the I'll show you. Well, yeah, you've already seen it, I suppose, haven't you? Oh, there's more. Or say more. There's a chest here somewhere. Oh, I should have looked for that before we left. Might have been able to do it a lot easier. Haven't actually had any good starting power-ups either as well tonight. The triple jump one's not bad, depending on how we want to play. Where's the bloody chest? We've got keys. That means there is definitely a chest. There it is. Oh, only a oneer? Come on now. Oh, well, we used that one. Yeah, it does seem like more gold. Levitate an additional object. Yeah, yeah. Stop it! You stupid dog. Constantly seeking attention. Let's... Stop licking my hand. That's disgusting. Let's try that one there. Never strike a demon dog. Right. I love it how it just got a stroke out of me without my knowledge. Brilliant. Right. On. But yeah, no shop and no good starting perks. The one that I prefer for the mage, there's two, or for magic, using magic effectively, is the one that converts all of your life into mana and shield. Because as I've said, because we haven't had it yet, shield is incredibly broken in this game. Any more? No? Cool.
Demons spilling out due to all these corrupted totems. Wreck all of them.
Because yeah, although it sounds like it's a really bad idea to be given 1 HP, doesn't matter when you've got a huge shield. And then the other ability that you can get on top of that, that then capitalizes on that, is there is an ability that the more gold you have, every increment of 300 gives you 1 more extra shield. And so you then at that point just keep your gold and have massive amounts of shields. The other thing to note with the one that I'm talking about, I can't remember what it's called, mana... I can't remember what the ability's called, but it's really good. And the other thing to note with it as well is, if you pick up mana and health add-ons, they actually add on to your shield as well. I don't know why the mana one does. I think I know why the health one does, because it is adding the health onto your health, then reducing it, and then increasing your shields based on that value, which is very cool. But I've had it so that I can literally just turn on my ice powers and drive into each of the bosses when I've got that setup going on, and there's nothing, they can't damage you quick enough before your shield starts regenerating. I think that'll probably be enough. Do a little bit more. Possible.
Ran out of magic mid-battle.
No, I didn't run out of magic mid-battle. Well, yeah, loads more than we needed. As I said before, 30,000 is what you're aiming for, because that's the maximum that you can get, and it comes in at 30,000. Let's have that extra damage. Yes, please. Ooh, double jade. Apparently this is good. Oh, got another one over there. Oh, that's a triple as well. Jeez and crow. Pop that one in there. I can't be bothered. I'm not finding all the jades. Alright, let's go. We're also getting quite a lot of chests now as well, which will make us quite powerful, I hope. Shit. I wanted to keep Doggo, and I wanted to keep up electric magic. The problem, I don't think there's a way that I can drop that now that I've done that. Nope, that's slow motion. Nope. Okay, well, maybe the problem will be easier to solve if I'm upside down. That does seem to solve a lot of problems in this game. Some buttons. No. No. No, doesn't seem to be any easier to solve as a problem if I'm upside down. Okay, I like magic. I'm forgetting to use the dog, so let's put it there instead. I don't like this because those explosions affect you, I believe. That we like. Haven't been doing many of those. And we'll go for longer infusions, and we'll go for just that, because I'm never going to use that, and just that again, and again. That one gets used occasionally. Where's that last key then? Gonna need one more. Is it jade? No. Jade? No. This is not a key. Oh, one of the things I am looking forward to as well is oh, there we go, we can change it back. Isn't that grand? Just have to remember to use the bloody thing. Planning on damage. Yeah, do more damage. Planning on doing some more Dark and Darker streams. They've just given the bollocks, now I've got to change it back. Oh, you fucking idiot. Pay attention. We now fly nice and fast. So, yeah, Dark and Darker. They've buffed the Warlock a lot. Cheers, Al. Thank you. And welcome to the stream. That's right, I've still got a bit of time. This is the first boss and I'm planning on completing this run. So, but I've been showing off all the things that we can do, like levitating rocks and levitating more rocks. And then I think we can carry even more now, can't we? Yeah, look at that. Hey, we can levitate 6 now. But it costs mana, so you can't do it for very long. I can't keep it up very long, chat. It's a big problem. Beautiful, isn't it? But one of the other things that you can do as well, that I was looking at the other day, is the lightning. If you fire that, it pulls everything into it and damages it. So if you were really struggling, this is going to go wrong, I'm sure. If you were really struggling with hitting the boss by throwing things into it, but you were alright on magic, you could do... And he's got his shield up. You could do... Damn it! Knew it would go wrong. Ah, well. But you get the idea. Hope probably not. Oh, we need to kill some enemies first. Come on, mana! Oh, you little shit. Got to try and stay to the edges and keep him as far away from as possible as well, because he has got some nasty area of effect attacks. But we've also got to get that shield down. Come on. There we go. Do you? Of course, I've got the PICO version, so I don't get that. Damn it! But to be fair, I was given the PICO version, so I haven't spent anything on it. Oh, what a shot. It is good, mate. I think it is a good game. But as I said, I don't know what it looks like on Steam. I'm assuming the graphics are much better. But it just looks a bit... I don't know. I'd be interested to see if this benefits from the power upgrade of the Quest 3. Oh, I should have done more. Should have done more. Come on. Good one. Good one tonight. Come on. First refresh in the shop is free? Come on. There's no guarantee that I'll even get a shop. I don't want to waste a blessing on that. Attacks with all weapons gain bonuses if you were wielding them two-handed. I don't know if my magic counts towards that, and there's no real way that I can find out, but I'm not taking that. That's like saves me, if I get 3 shop visits, that'll save me like 2,000 gold. Fuck off. I'd rather experiment, but I'm not even going to be able to tell if it's doing much more damage, I don't think. Never mind.
A Hellsweeper returned from a successful sweep.
He did!
A vine recognizes your efforts.
Well, that's good of you. Close to level 11. What level are you on this, Rocket Girl? How far have you, or how much time have you invested in it? Sounds like you've been living on it if you're where I think you are. You're probably about the same level as me, if not higher. See how they're single shots now as well. These homing shots are more powerful also. Right, that'll probably do us. What mission is it? Ah, this one's nice and easy. Fire the fireballs off and kill the things. definitely need to get a mana upgrade. Oh, okay. Got ya. They do, but even I would see. I was looking at that and thinking, like, yeah, the Quest 3 does look a lot better, but I'm sure the Quest 2 isn't that bad. Like that screenshot made the Quest 3 look fucking shit. The Quest 2 rather. The comparison, it just like, you know, I know that they might have been doing that on purpose. Hello. Power, look at this, look at that. That's a good example of what you can get. Doesn't do a lot of damage, takes ages, but you can really combo very, very high with that. We even got the combo at the end of that. But yeah, let's not piss about, because that's how we died last time. Are you behind me? Yes, you are. Have some of that. On most levels as well, there's somewhere nice that you can sit where they'll just keep on jumping up to you to try and get you, and you don't need to worry too much. Especially with this fight. Uh-oh. I'm sure it will be better. It's just, I don't know, it just feels like on the... Oh, God. Ow. Try not to die here again. We haven't got... The only problem we've got with this build is we haven't got a lot of mana, which is meaning that I'm not able to throw half as many fireballs out as I want to at a time.
A lot of elegy there.
So, I could do with a really do with a shop, please. Yeah, no keys. Rubbish. All the style we needed. Good, good. Oh, we have got extended barrel on that. Oh, it's a shop. It's not a shop. Yeah, we'll go guns. Less mana's always good on guns.
Ouch!
Doesn't really get old either. Oh, just remembered about one of the buildings. No. Yeah, the lenses are definitely going to make a big difference. I'm looking forward to comparing them. I'm hoping that, you know, they actually make some effort and a slightly different build with the Quest 3 version of IDU. They won't, but we can but hope. I hope things just take advantage of the extra processing power, but I get the impression that unless the devs don't do anything, then they won't. It won't just happen automatically. It'll look a bit better. That is a good thing. Very much a good thing. Because that's what we want. We've all got extensive libraries. Bloody things. Let's get some style points. Because these are reasonably easy enemies. Oh, he says that. God, I think they're exploding ones. So this is the other thing that I found. Let me just check. This is the other reason why that was definitely popping me. Let's have a look. They're not. Something's exploding. I don't know what it is. This is actually quite a dangerous level for some reason. And it's not the enemies. There are times. That's the other thing that I found that's killed me incredibly quickly. What the hell is that? It's absolutely kicking my ass. It's not that thing. Well, hopefully we got enough star points out of that. That was getting a bit hairy. Ooh, doubles. Cool. We are not going to have enough keys for that, I don't think. But yeah, I'm going to be looking forward to going through some of the games. But one of my other concerns as well... Yeah, let's get Doggo back on again. One of my other concerns as well is what I've spoken to you guys and gals about as far as the PICO is concerned when it comes to looking at Quest 2 games. Because in essence, that's what I am doing all the time. And... there are PICO games that I see that look worse on the PICO because you can see all the imperfections, as I've said. That you can see how they've cheated to like hide imperfections, and they've kind of hid behind the graphical power of the unit in a way. Like, you know, Into the Radius, I know they did a specific build for the PICO, and it's slightly different from the Quest to take advantage of the power. We'll go longer infusion, and that one for more power, and Calamity for more whirlwinds, and we'll leave that ice this time. Call them whirlwinds. Hey. Doesn't do any favours for this though, but there you go. Let's see if we can get silly powerful so I can make the second boss easy enough. As you know, we died on the level last time, didn't we? Terrible behaviour.
The stone hand has much.
Yeah, not enough. That half of what we needed, that was. Ah, look, course. Oh god, that's it. Game over. Shop, shop. First bloody shop of the night, that is. Bloody game. So, at the shop, this is where we get to spend all of our hard-earned money. Bear in mind, there are some perks, some blessings where you're not supposed to spend your cash, but you get a nice plethora of items to select from, and we get refreshes as well, and those refreshes restock the shop if you buy everything, or one or two things. In addition to that, if you picked any garbage skills, you can go into the forge and you can click on here and you can change them for what you want at a price, which is good. I don't think we've got any garbage ones, although that is, might need to put more spitefuls on. Let's have a quick look at the pistol. I think we've got, yeah, I'd rather have spite. Oh no, this one doesn't have spite, does it? Ah, sod it, we'll just leave that as is then. We'll spend our money on actual good things, and if we get any crummy rolls, we might be able to change them over. This is also the way that you can check what combinations you need for things. Doggo's not very high level, so we haven't got very many traits available yet. Now, that's not that cheap, but I do want that. Make it cheaper. No, I'm not going to use that. Yeah. Yeah, that is a thing. That is definitely a thing. Right. Don't want any of these. Reroll. Come on, mana. Yes! That's what we need. 20%! How is that the first one? Right, let's have another reroll. More mana? No. I mean, I don't usually advise health, but there is a perk that we could get that health will be very good for. That's not worth another reroll at this point. And I've already got this up to max level. Let's go for that one. And yeah, we could change some of this over for more damaging perks, I think. If there really are any. No. Last round. No, there's not really anything worth doing there. Your ability's at 2, so I think this can take 2 hits and it's down, but the mana cost is really low, so we can just resummon them easy enough. And I think the mana cost of that also affects potentially the reloads as well as the summons, and that's something that we want to do. Right.
Totems are like lighthouses, guiding demons to your location. Destroy these structures.
And yes, I'm aware that I'm constantly out of mana. So because of how this build's worked out tonight and how I've only just started getting shots now, the better idea would be for me to push into something else. But I'm a sucker for magic. Ow, 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 ow! What the hell's that? What is that? Looks like one of the totems, but if it is firing at me, I can't see where from. But this is, again, like the risk-reward thing as well, because you can go down very quickly, and if you're not dealing with the enemies fast, you can go down even faster. And by sticking around like this, trying to squeeze those style points out, it's just to level up some money. You can completely fuck your run, let me tell you. I have no idea what we're being chewed by, so I'm getting rid of that totem now. That is not the last one. Stop it. What is that? I think that's a level effect.
Your energy kept running out in the middle of battle. Learn to use it wisely.
Yeah, I know, man. We just need more. It's not anything about wise. Telling me, it's just a stupid fucking bug. Right. Chests. Need more power. Did we get enough? Just enough. Perfect. Nope. Of course it's not. Could be. Jade one, apparently. Chesty, 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 LaRue. It's in the back here. There it is. And if this one disappears, we know there's no more chests. Perfect. Well, not perfect. I want more chests. More damage and faster speed. Collect the rest of the money, and then we go. So has anybody else had struggles getting to play this cooperative? I know Von and John have. Has anyone else tried? Because that'll be an idea for another stream as well. Get one of you horrible lot out of the chat playing with me. And I'll be upside down all the time and you can do the work. It'll be great. Great laugh for me, that will be. Great fun. Chesty Morgan indeed. Let's go for longer infusion time because we've got loads of those. More laser shotguns, even though I don't know what that actually does, and we haven't even got the ability to cast it anyway. So, but yeah, some of the cooler shit that you haven't seen out, we can be the Emperor, obviously. And we can fire the fireballs, as you've seen. We've got the ability to combine those two elements into something new. Yeah, sounds like it. Wouldn't be the first time that's happened in games though. But yeah, you can also infuse all of your effects onto a lot of your different weapons. And if you were so inclined, as you've seen, you can feed the dog fire or lightning with various effects. Don't think they're intended. I must remember the doggo. I wonder if that'll actually help in the boss. Because it is just free damage, and I think as Von said, because I haven't used that a lot, when it's out, it's just out, so... It's just free damage for a cast. Let's try. See how long it stays out for once it's down. Get up, you fucking idiot. Right.
Tick-tock. The clock is
Survival,
running.
good. Now this is a good place to sit. I like to cast from one side. What are they saying about it there now? Because I've never really paid too much attention. I mean, I got given the game for free. Would I have bought it? Okay. Yeah, I did wonder. I mean, you know, I've had games where it's like, you know, it's not intuitive as to what you're supposed to be doing. But there's been a way to do it. Damn. Come on. Doggo seems to be having a great time. The old mana. In charge. Oh, there's a lot of spider ladies.
Conserve your energy. Just as important as your health.
Ah, that is terrible. Yeah, that's shoddy, that is. Only do co-op for a quarter, no, well, yeah, 1/3 of the game. That's quite disgusting. Did we get enough? Hey, plenty. Don't need levitation. Guns are useful for the end boss, I find, so let's start stacking towards that. I don't need the laser sights, but I'm half tempted to get them so it gets them out of the way. Smoking barrel's quite good though. Extra damage on the last shot, I think it is. Or the first, I can't remember. No, that's forged. doggo. Have a gun. Done. Need to do that. Yeah. 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 I mean, you could have said Guardians recently, the co-op was fucked in that, but it was actually fine. It was just a not... not very intuitive system. Yeah, that's a bit of a bullshit excuse. That is an excuse. It's like, okay, well, if you have that problem, delay the launch of the game and fucking test it. Yeah, that's so lame. I love this game, but I'm starting to hate it now. Cheers, Stace. But yeah, that is... yeah, that's totally fucking lame. Weren't we, who was it we were just saying, like, you know, at least VR developers aren't being like that with us yet, but they fucking are. That's a great example. Oh, I wish I had more mana. It would make this much easier. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's still great. My genuine concern with this game when I first saw it... oh, is this a nice little hidey hole? Looks like it is. You can find some of these on the map as well that can make things incredibly easy. Places that enemies can't, ow, jump to or path to, at least very easily. I think they're all below us. Yeah, they are. Yeah, standard things though. See, the thing is, it is really annoying to see what happens in the flat screen world all the time. And yeah, I don't want it in VR. You know, games, I remember a time when games used to fucking work. Are you eating one of them? Yeah, you are. I remember a time when games used to work when they used to launch. That was a great time, wasn't it? Yeah, they didn't have patches. Didn't have online, so that the game can be not finished and still go. Okay, it's getting risky now. End it. End it and send it. I need to go up a bit more. Uh-oh. Easy job.
Your energy kept running out.
I know! Give me some more bloody shots with some mana in. How's that for a problem solved? Ooh, looks like a job for a fireball. Look at that. Look at that explosive radius. How good. How fucking good. Oh, we have got a chest at least. Could you hold one? Ooh. I found a use for you. Excellent. Go and put that in one of the chests. And go. Can I take it back off of you? Okay, this could be a problem, couldn't it? I'm going to have to give you something else. There you go. Problem solved, though. Now, because it's always been an issue of mine, can't carry 3 keys. Dog's useful. Look at that. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, up here. Whatever, dog. Didn't bother finding out your name. It does, but then that goes both ways, Stace. That works both ways. Why should we have to pay for an unfinished product? You know, you wouldn't go do it. You wouldn't buy. You wouldn't go down to the. Well, actually, I haven't said that. I kind of have. You wouldn't go down to the cinema and pay to watch a film, get all the popcorn, all the trimmings, all the bits and pieces. You know, maybe you pre-ordered your tickets as well, or something along those lines. And then you get there, and yeah, the last third of the film hasn't been finished yet. Or, you know, or the whole film's there, they just haven't put all the CGI in yet. You know, that doesn't happen, does it? And, you know, I know you might think, like, well, hang on, that's the film industry, how can you compare the two? The film industry makes less than the gaming industry these days. That's how I can compare the two. As I understand it, anyway. Hey, another trait for Doggo. Carry more keys? No, more damage then. Yes. Ooh, Death Dean. Ooh, yeah, we'll take that. Awesome. Yeah, no, that's true, but then that's the thing is, like, you know, all... well, yeah. Yeah. Hopefully these things are coming with Quest 3 and PICO 5. There seems to be a lot of obvious things that the VR side of things could do to really up the game of what's going on with VR, and they just aren't. But then this is all the stuff that me and the gang are feeding to PICO at the moment as well. Maybe I should try and become a consultant for Quest as well. Tell them. Encourage healthy competition. I don't think we need any more from Doggo. I think Pistol will get us the rest of the way. I don't want compact magazine. I want my shots to be running out. Very often. But we're not going to be able to pick any more up soon. I don't actually know what happens when that happens. I've never had a bar maxed out. Is there any more for any more down here? Boss time. Right, let's not get our ass kicked. But again, you can go down very quick to this boss. I keep finding my lack of mana. The thing that you use for your magic is also the thing that you use for your maneuverability is a bit of a problem. I thought he wasn't going to turn up then. That would have been great. Get away from me. Go and kill something. But again, I haven't spent enough time on this boss to really understand. Shit. Ow, that hurt. And run. Fucking won it. Turned at the wrong point. And dead. Well, that's probably just as well, because I should go to bed. If you have a shield, if you have the shield power up or the shield ability with that boss, it's a damn sight easier. Damn sight easier. But again, that wasn't... Because I didn't have an... Again, we come pre-equipped with all excuses. Because we were trying to push a magic build and barely had any additional mana was why that went to pot. So, just fucking stomped me. Absolutely. Yeah, some of the film apps and what are branded as 3D things that I've seen aren't, you know, it's like half-assed efforts. If we actually got some currency to do some upgrades, not really. But yeah, I think using the fireball on that boss is part of the problem, because there are definitely points where you're not supposed to hit him, and obviously you can't just tell the fireball not to shoot its sparks anymore. It just does. I can rank Frost up, which I want to rank that, but we ain't got enough money. Need more money. That one I need to rank up too. Yeah, I need to rank up loads. If we aren't going to be using that, I should rank that up. And I do like haze magic. I do like charge magic as well. Was it charge, haze, and laser? And there's still, as I said, there's still more to come as well. There's some sort of what looks like, might be an AK actually, or an SLR. It's definitely got a bayonet on it, I think. So I was playing with this early in the training grounds. We'll save that for when I've got it unlocked. But that's basically a mace where the ends can detach and you can swing them around like a whip. That's a big callback to Sairento. Shotguns there, and then there's, I think that's blood magic or unholy magic, and then that one's blood magic. So there's another kind of magic, another support mechanic within the game, and a good few guns left. And then there's all the leveling up to do within that, and all the combinations. So, and I must have put a good, I don't know, I must have put a good 20 out. Actually, I can tell, can't I? Right, attempted runs 32. Don't think there's a timer on it. So say 32 runs, average half an hour a run. So that's, well, no, it's probably more than that. It's probably, yeah, 40 minutes. 40 minutes. So it's a good 20 hours, and I'm still got a lot of levels to go through as well. You have to keep maxes out at level 25. Haven't really touched any of the cosmetics yet either. So, you know, to be fair as well, out of all the masks that are in the game, I think the first one's the coolest looking one, easily. Because its colour... Actually, hang on, does it? Oh, no, it doesn't. Oh, never mind. I don't know, I just like this veiny shit that he's got on his face. I think that looks very cool. But the rest of the masks are just a bit... I don't know. I kind of like that one. The Tengu one's good as well. But I have to buy all these, and I have to use my precious, precious currency to do so. Out of all the masks that I've seen so far, and these two are like pre-order ones... Out of all the masks that I've seen so far, I still think that one's the best one. That's so well designed. It's awesome. So... And then on that awesomely designed bombshell, we'll leave it there. This has been... I was going to say Sairento, but it's not Sairento. This has been Hellsweepers. And tonight we have been playing on the glorious PICO 4. Fantastic little game if you can get over the graphics. Gameplay, solid. There's a little bit of mastery here for those that have played Sairento games and various bits and pieces like this. So, lots of little tips and tricks and various bits and pieces for us to look at and do. So I dare say there'll be some future streams of this. Other than that, I have been Silver Tongue Devil. Good night.